Boom, How's it going, everyone? Oh, the thing isn't going. Hold on. Let me fix that. Window capture, which is here somewhere. Nope, that's the chat. Nope, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Hi-yo, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well in the middle of your week here. Today I thought we'd do something different. Just something... It's not stuff we haven't covered before, like on a cringe stream or whatever, but I thought it'd be fun maybe today to just watch a bunch of people getting caught lying, or like getting caught scamming people. I don't know. I think that would be cathartic. I think there'd be some schadenfreude in it for us, so let's go ahead and do that. Rain Dean, thanks for 9 months, says, "Hey Hannah, it's been a while." It has, and that's a sub baby, so this sub baby's name is going to be Griffin McNeilson. Griffin McNeilson. So anyway, let's just get right down to it. Let's just dive right into it, shall we? If it would like to play, which would be awesome, that'd make this stream very much better if the video played.
That they smoked marijuana recently. Today, that number is down to 22%.
Not the number I just gave.
Well, your number is wrong.
No,
your number is wrong.
Take it up with the National Institutes of Health, all right? They're the one that put it out.
I am a council member on the National Institute of Health. Your number is wrong. I'm telling you, it's 22% of seniors who smoke marijuana in the past month.
All right. We don't get this wrong. These researchers think
that's wrong.
All right. Well, we'll call them again, and tomorrow I will say yes or no.
Well,
I'm guessing he never said yes or no.
I got
because he was wrong.
shot in the head here. There's still a crease in my skull where you can feel the bullet path as it creased my skull. What a headache.
Van Fleet told me he got 2 Purple Hearts in Vietnam. That's the ribbon at the top, in the middle with the gold star. And 2 Bronze Stars, the red and blue ribbon at the top left, with the gold star and V for Valor. And above those, a gold trident, the insignia given to Navy SEALs.
I was in naval intelligence and I was trained as a frogman. And so today you call them Navy SEALs. I was a young pup.
Wow, a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, long.
I don't understand the stolen valor people. Like, I don't understand, like, the United States obsession with, like, military worship in the first place, much less the desire to go out and, like, lie about being someone in the armed forces. It's so weird to me.
Time ago.
I filed a Freedom of Information Act request and received Van Fleet's records. He served 3 years on the USS Rupertus. No Purple Hearts, no Bronze Stars, no Navy SEAL. You know, Jim, I gotta tell you that I know that those are fake medals. I know that you aren't a Navy SEAL. I know that those Purple Hearts are not real. Those Bronze Stars are not real. I've pulled your records. Why wear those? Why embellish your service? It took Van Fleet a moment to compose himself.
I spent 3 years in country Vietnam.
On a ship.
Yes, sir.
In country means you're on the ground. You weren't on the ground.
We had occasion to put boats in the water and go ashore to provide medicine and so forth to villages on the shore.
But you were a radar man,
Yes.
looking at a scope in a dark room on the ship.
Yes.
Van Fleet told me he decided to wear the
The language, too, is very interesting. At no point does he say, "I got on boats and went ashore." He said, "On occasion, we," addressing the entirety of the ship he was on, had to bring medicine and stuff. Trying to couch his lies in deceptive language so as to say, "Well, I didn't say I did that. We did that." But it's misleading in its phrasing.
medals.
Anti-Pretzel with 45 bits says, "As someone in a military area with a veteran grandfather, stolen valor shit like this pisses me off."
Because he felt unappreciated after returning from Vietnam. And he questioned why I even began this investigation.
Look, if you were sent to Vietnam Genuinely, my heart goes out to you. That's fucked up that the United States sent you to Vietnam for awful, stupid reasons. But, like, just because you're a victim of the military-industrial complex also doesn't mean I have to, like, be like, yay, thanks for going and invading a sovereign country that was dealing with its own shit. Like, I can feel sorry, I can want to make sure you get all your health care and everything taken care of and your mental health and you respected as a person, but I'm also not gonna be like, yay, thanks for going to Vietnam! Oh.
Why are we doing this? What difference does it make to you?
What do you say to the families of those who fought and died, who earned the medals, and you're wearing those? What do you say to the families?
I knew this would eventually happen. I didn't worry about it, and I wasn't afraid of it, and I figured when it happened, fine, then we'll just, stop. It'll go away. I'll stop doing it. And that's what I shall do.
Australia's most controversial Muslim cleric vandalises his own mosque. Then he calls in the police and tries to implicate an innocent man. But Sheikh Halaili was caught in the act, busted by his own security camera.
Do you know who the person was who...
I am so angry at anyone who, like, fakes a hate crime, specifically because it's already so difficult to get people to take hate crimes seriously because they already get, right-wing people especially tend to be like, oh, hate crimes aren't real. Every crime's a hate crime. You don't commit crime if you don't hate the person, so that shouldn't even be a thing. So when people go out and intentionally, like, fake a hate crime or something like that and give ammunition to people who already don't take the plight of, like, minority groups seriously, whether they're religious or, like, LGBT people or racial minorities, whatever, pisses me off to no end.
Broke in?
The sheikh busts open the door with a flying kick. He pulls the door over and walks away.
Sheikh Halaili knows he's vandalised the mosque. And if that's not bad enough, things are about to get a whole lot worse. Because next, Sheikh Halaili calls in the law.
Sheikh Halaili leads police to the door. The officer inspects the damage. The sheikh looks at his watch. It's been 15 minutes since he kicked the door in. Yesterday, I returned to the mosque to show Sheikh Halaili the footage.
At 10:46,
yes,
you kicked the door in.
Yes, what happened?
His excuse sounds familiar.
Some trick.
Some trick?
Some trick.
Apparently,
it's not even a good lie. It's some sort of trick. Come on, do better than that. Come up with something. It's some sort of trick. We have evidence that you did the thing. It's a trick! Specify. Be specific. Rachology says, I was tempted as a washer-upper in a military cafeteria for 3 whole days. Tempt, rather. I wear my Victoria Cross with pride. And Mike says, look at this BS.
Video shows Westchester officers stopping.
Westchester police were told a shoplifting suspect is white. They stopped a black man. Oh, I saw that shit. I watched this video when it happened.
Questioning
rights and
disgusting. I don't even want to watch this again. It pissed me off so much the first time.
It's all a giant conspiracy.
Yeah, the police were sent out and they were told that the shoplifting suspect was a white guy in, like, a completely different colored clothing, but they stopped a black guy who didn't fit the description at all, but he was black. So they stopped him. It was disgusting.
What is this new door?
Sheikh, you broke the door.
No, nothing.
Sheikh, you broke the door.
That we I sure and the trick in this film.
Sheikh, do you know what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned that you are lying to me. I'm concerned you are lying to me. Are you lying to me?
You lying. This is record this camera.
Are you lying?
This this film.
Wait, why are they pulling this guy's pants down? Oh, was he pretending not? Wheel away! Wheel away! That's an epic getaway.
My money, $100. This yours? Yes, ma'am. I wouldn't lie. I just went in my purse. I promise to God, ma'am.
Check your purse and see.
It's not. It was right here with my phone. I promise to God, baby.
No,
baby, I was sitting right here. It is my $100.
No, it's not.
Oh my God! This lady is gonna tell me that's not.
Why are they fucking with people in the first place?
Baby,
this is such a weird prank or whatever.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Online in an AOL gay chat room, calling himself Hi Buddy What's Up, he tells the decoy, who's pretending to be a 14-year-old boy, that he's horny.
My excuse to come here, I went to Atlantic City.
I don't know.
So why'd you need the cover story to go to Atlantic City?
I'll see my brother.
Yeah, but who did you have to give that to as a cover story?
No, my brother is home, my other brother.
Right.
And I said, I got to go to Atlantic City.
But instead you came here.
I stopped by to go there.
You took a little bit of a gamble coming in here tonight.
No, I just stopped by.
But you said you were nervous when you came in. Why were you so
nervous?
Because
I...
What happened to the VOD from yesterday? I had to delete it. It wasn't like taken down or anything, but I voluntarily deleted it because a video we watched had something in it that was iffy in terms of TOS. I found it. It was up here under that stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Yes,
There. Now you can't see my titties. Thanks for looking out.
I was going to Atlantic City, and it was dark, and I'm not usually a driver at dark at nighttime.
So the nighttime makes you nervous?
Yeah, driving. I'm not a driver at night.
And what about visiting a boy who's home alone? Does that make
it will not be on YouTube,
well,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just wanted to just say hi. It was not...
When you involved...
Yesterday, it was from the VHS section about, like, satanic cults. It showed someone who had committed suicide by hanging.
Oh.
It was brief, but, yeah. Had to delete it. They also showed a mutilated cat, I think.
Ew.
Yeah. So that was unfortunate.
What?
Somebody who's 14, that's when
I
it becomes
thought
an
you
issue.
18.
How old are you, you ask? 14, I told you that already. How old are you?
39.
39. You said you were 35 online.
35. 39.
We find out later he's actually 46. I'm horny, you say.
I was just fooling around.
Well, if you're just fooling around, then why were you so concerned about knowing whether or not he was a cop?
Just joking.
Just joking.
Just joking. I always ask my friends jokingly, are you a cop? You know, you gotta tell me if you're a cop. Which is a lie, by the way.
That it wasn't.
Do you think the cops spread the myth that, like, you have to say if you're a cop if you're asked in order to convince people that, like, they're not cops when they're doing undercover stuff?
I'm not gay or anything. I'm just saying.
Well, this isn't about gay
No,
or
I'm
straight.
just saying. I'm straight. I'm
Nobody
just
cares
saying.
what adults do.
No, I'm just saying.
But...
The fucking stupid fucking retard cunt. You fucking kidding me? Oh my god. What? You reverse. No, you reverse it. You reverse it. That's not reverse one. You reverse it, mate. I stopped. I see the camera here. Okay. Look, watch the camera. See my camera? You're on the surveillance, buddy. Look, I got cameras everywhere. Yeah, I know. You reverse. I stopped the car.
So we got you on camera yesterday at Ralph's for $212. So just know that the cops are coming up here. They recorded your and everything. You took a copy of my card the other day on New Year's Day.
Oof.
You know what you did. Right, you know what you did, right?
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
You're sorry about what? That you went to Ralph's? You took a copy of my card here while you said you were gonna go get receipt paper. And they got your ass on camera yesterday. So do you know what you did, right? Before I pressed charges and everything on you.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
So what are you sorry about? That you took money from me and my kids? What are you sorry about?
I'm sorry that I took money from you and your kids. I'm sorry that you had to come up here. I'm sorry that this is inconvenient for you. I'm sorry.
You're sorry that you're about to lose your job because corporate knows? Is that what you're sorry about too?
I'm so sorry.
All right, let's go.
I'm so sorry. I am a good child. I swear.
You're a good child.
I really do go to school. I'm 19. I play soccer.
So why the would you? How would you even?
I'm 19. I play soccer. I'm sorry I stole $200 from you.
Copy on my card. I knew you took a minute. You went back there for a minute, and I knew what the hell you were doing. You took a picture, or I don't know what you did. But you obviously thought I wasn't gonna come back here, and you thought I wasn't even gonna get to the bottom of it.
I'm so sorry, man. Please don't press charges.
I am seriously gonna press charges on you. I'm good.
Right now.
No.
She's 19 too, so she's an adult.
Decided to see what would happen when we asked a psychic detective to help solve a missing persons case. Posing as the distraught brother of a missing child, we sent our producer, Charlie McElravy, to meet with Lori McQuarrie.
Hi, how are you? Very nice to meet you, Lori.
We showed her a photo of this missing girl, and she agreed to take the case for $400.
But I think it's solvable.
But what Lori didn't know was that the photo our producer gave her was actually a childhood photo of me. And obviously, I'm very much alive.
I don't believe she's alive. I'm sorry. I believe that it was a violent passing.
McQuarrie's sixth sense told her the girl was brutally murdered and sexually assaulted.
I think she was hit in the head with a rock.
But
like, she can't even come up with like an innocuous story for the parents or whoever. She has to come up with like the worst possible scenario. That's so fucked.
Her visions didn't end there.
I think she can be brought home.
Pointing to a remote spot on this map, she even said she could help bring her body home.
Would I go to a psychic and try and bust them? I think that'd be fun, but...
A mile or two from there.
The next day, McQuarrie sat down for an interview with me to talk about the work of psychic detectives.
I just had a gentleman in yesterday. 30 years ago, his sister disappeared.
She soon began talking about a recent case, but clearly her psychic abilities didn't tell her that I was the girl in the picture.
One of the first things I do in a case, Lisa, is I always make sure people know that if I feel the person is living or not.
So you'll always know,
Yes.
when you talk to a family member, when you start a case, you'll know if this person is dead or
Yes.
alive.
And that's the point, is that
Every time.
Yes.
But apparently her psychic abilities didn't see this coming.
Lori, I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Does this girl look familiar to you?
Yes, she does. I worked this case.
This is a girl who you said was beaten and killed.
Okay.
This little girl is me. And you told somebody that she's dead.
Wait a minute. You didn't disappear?
I'm right here.
That tracks.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
How do you explain being
I
completely
can't
wrong?
explain it. I can't explain it.
You're charging them hundreds of
Okay.
dollars.
You know what, dear? I
Hundreds
think
of
we're done.
dollars. You're taking advantage of
Okay.
desperate people with a bunch of hocus pocus, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I think we'll go. Thank you. It's been an interesting experience. You all have a lovely, lovely evening.
God, people are the worst.
Scamming is a multi-billion-dollar criminal industry. Most of these scammers operate within the shadows and try and be very stealthy, either behind a computer screen or using fake identities. But some scammers are less smart and do things out in the open. This can sometimes lead to them being caught on camera and arrested. Here are some scammers who were caught on camera trying to get money from their victims. But thankfully all of these scammers failed, were recorded, and some were even arrested.
Dash cams, people. They're very, very helpful.
Chinese insurance scammer. Ever wondered why dash cams are so popular nowadays? They're most popular in countries such as Russia and China. That's because of the very high rates of insurance scams in those countries. It's incredible how brazen some of these scammers really are. What they do is pretend that they've been hit by you driving your car. They then try and extort money from you. They either simply ask you for some money there and then so that they go away.
This is why I drive a piece of shit car. No one will try and scam me. I clearly have no money.
And stop bothering you, or they get insurance companies involved and try and get a big payout. This happens so much in certain countries, it's led to everyone having to buy dash cams. An example of one of these scammers was caught one day in China. A man was driving through a very narrow street. That's when a woman walks out in front of his car and lays down in the road. She does this to protect—
No, she couldn't even be bothered to jump on the car. At least the ones that come up and like jump on the hood. You put a little effort in.
And the driver hit her with his car. These scams are so common, people
speak the truth with a link that we'll look at in a little bit.
People walk and drive past the woman. It's not even surprising to see this kind of thing happen on many Chinese roads. The woman hopes the man will drive closer and honk his horn to make the scam more believable. She has no idea that his dash cam is recording the entire thing. She realizes that the man has caught onto her scam, so she gets up and charges at the man's car. She hits the man's car hood to try and make a dent. That way an insurance company may think that the man's vehicle struck the woman. The man reverses slowly as she does this. She purposely falls over one more time and then gets up and strikes the vehicle again. Motorbikers—
This just seems like bad. Like, she doesn't even seem good at scamming. Like, if one doesn't work out, I feel like it's more of a numbers game, right? Like, wouldn't you just be like, dang, gotta get another one, so then you wait for a more opportune situation? Why would you try and get up and go and slam on the hood?
Simply drive past because this is simply so common in China. Eventually the woman gives up and the man calls the police. But the worrying part is, if the man did not have a dash cam, then he likely would have been blamed. It just goes to show that maybe it's a good idea to have a dash cam just in case. Insurance scam gang. Sometimes car insurance scammers aren't pedestrians. Sometimes insurance scammers are also driving cars. Take this dashcam video from Russia. A man is driving along as normal when a silver car cuts him off. He veers left into another lane, suspecting that they're simply bad drivers. But then the silver—
You bought peanut butter filled pretzels and one you just ate had cheese? Oh, that's gotta be a weird brain thing. You think you're going for peanut butter and you get cheese? Ugh.
The car enters his lane. At this point, it's clear they're trying to cause a small crash. The silver car slows down so that the man's tires scrape on their car. They then pull their car over and various men get out. Having many scammers is a common tactic. That's because it's more intimidating to their victim. The driver tries to drive off, but the men block the road. However, the 5 men have no idea that their scam has been caught on camera. The men get ready to try and get the man's insurance details. That way they can claim money from their insurance company. But when the driver informs them that their scam has been caught on camera, the men instantly give up. They likely moved on to the next victim who did not have a dash cam and was not so lucky. Mixtape scam. If you go to many cities in the United States, people may try to sell you their mixtapes. A lot of the time, these are good, honest—
Someone sold me their mixtape in the parking lot of my electrologist. It was worth the $2. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I gotta rip it sometime and let you guys listen to it. It's amazing. God, what was my favorite song in it? It was something Hose. Fudge. It's so great. Oh, dang it, I forgot. I gotta rip that thing for you guys. It's awesome. It's so bad.
Up-and-coming musicians trying to sell their music. But in some areas, for example, New York City's Times Square, there are many scammers. In this video, a man offers a tourist a free CD. He signs it and says he does not charge any money for his music. But as soon as he—
I'm guessing if you put this in your computer, it like screws it up or puts a spyware thing or a Bitcoin miner on it.
Gives the tourist a CD, he then asks for money for the CD. He says this is like a donation
Oh, okay. No, there's nothing. It's probably just a blank CD.
Instead of actual payment. But of course, it's really the same thing. After the man asks for money, the tourist says he's fine and does not want the album. But the scam artist then says that he will need something for the album.
Thank you, Ken. We don't sell it, Ken. We just ask for a donation for the record, Ken. Thank you. It doesn't matter what you have, Ken.
I'm sorry.
No, I ordered.
He has various friends around him, which makes this more intimidating. A lot of the time, tourists simply cough up some money so the guy will leave them alone. At one point, the guy says, "Give me a small tip. After all, my guys are around."
I'd be like, are you gonna beat me up in Times Square? Really? No, wait, this might not be Times Square. It says Broadway. It's a busy fucking area. They got the cowboy over there. I forget his name, but he's like famous for doing the underwear cowboy thing. Beat me up. Do it.
Thanks, man.
Small tip. My guys is around.
The naked cowboy,
I didn't want it.
Come right here. Ken, you gotta come here and you gotta give me a tip.
I don't know about you, but to me that sounds pretty threatening. These mixtape scams are very common in New York. According to some, the man who filmed this was later doing a live stream in New York. That's when one of these CD hustlers stalked him and threatened the man. This video went viral on TikTok and YouTube, and some of the comments even said, "These guys are why I no longer go to New York." This is because it's a very bad problem in some parts of the city and also in other parts of the USA. If you ever encounter one of these scammers, make sure not to be intimidated. Simply say you do not speak English and do not want their album. Wiper Scammer. This is yet another insurance scammer in China, but this one scammer has a very different
Tucker White said something, but for some reason it disappeared.
Method. Instead of laying in the road or jumping on the vehicle, the scammer flags down this female driver. She slows down and the man begins leaning on her hood. He also grabs her window wiper for good measure. This means that she can't reverse, otherwise her wiper will break. The man is not shy to show what he wants, holding up a banknote. In this situation, he's not trying to get insurance money. He simply wants the driver to give him some easy cash. The man seems very relaxed, like he's having a normal conversation. But thankfully, the driver has seen this all before. She shouts, "Get off and get lost" at the man. After all, she is recording all of this on her dash cam.
Good lord. Moira Soma says, "I'm sadly plagued with phone scammers. They call me often from some faraway place, telling me they are from the Microsoft company and that someone has tried to hack me and that they need my personal info. One time I screamed, 'Go F yourself' to one of them. She got so mad. How could I say she was a scammer? She was from Microsoft for realsies. No shame." Yeah, they're terrible. Oh god, what's the guy's name that does the... I mean, there's multiple people that do the scam baiting, but the really good one. Kitboga. Kitboga's excellent. Check out Kitboga. Nick says, "It must be so tempting to run these can't say that. Why does it keep disappearing your message? I hit approve, but it still doesn't approve for some reason. That's so weird. I don't even know what word or phrase was in it that's making it, like, get flagged. Basically, he said, haha, it's a CD that says Hannah likes Family Guy. I don't know why it's not working."
The man even seems like he's enjoying himself trying to scam this woman. Eventually, he realizes that this woman is too stubborn to give him any money and fall for his scam, and he thumps the car's hood in anger. This just goes to show that you should stand up to scammers. They're trying to get money as easily as possible, and if you make it too difficult, they will simply give up and move on to the next person. It's always a good idea though to have a dash cam just in case. If it wasn't for this woman's dash cam, if the man called the police, they would not know who to believe. However, scammers will often not call the police. That's because they do this as a job and are sometimes known to cops.
Oh, by the way, I've been getting scammed. I don't know where, like, my phone number ended up, but, like, every day I'm getting, like, 3 at minimum scam text messages that sound like this. Here's one that says, your parcel, which includes the following products: 1. Samsung TV, cannot be approved for delivery until your outstanding tax balance has been paid. I did not order a Samsung TV, obviously. I'm guessing the point is to try and get people who think that this is being delivered to them by mistake, air quotes, to pay them the dollar or whatever, so that they think they'll get like a free TV or whatever. I got another one. Direct pharmacy shop, no doctor's visit required. Quick and easy, discreet shipping. Supply discounted THC, Viagra, Percocet, Xanax, and much more worldwide. Tried to sell me drugs illegally, which of course would just take my money and not give me anything. Wow, how quick all your fat melts with just a few of these gummies. They're insane. Look at this. And then there's a link. Like, I'm getting insane amounts of spam text. That's nuts.
Running start.
Anti-Pretzel says, we have been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. I actually haven't gotten those. I know that's a meme. I haven't.
This is a pretty funny scammer fail coming from a Chinese city. One morning, a man is driving down a busy road. That's when, out of nowhere, a woman runs up the road towards his car. She does not expect the man to slow down so quickly, but he does.
Ashy Boo, thanks for 17 months, says, 17 months! I get a lot of penis pill texts. I don't even have a penis. That's why you need the pills! Tucker White says, I figured it out. It's using the word deep fake. Ah, that's weird.
It's quite funny how annoyed this woman visibly is. She marches off as she realizes.
I wonder why deep fake is a banned thing in chat. That's weird. Prokagam says, I got a text today about a meeting of faith leaders in my hometown. Apparently my old church still has me on record as a leader. Gotta fix that. Yeah, you probably should.
Realize her scam has failed. Unfortunately,
Bardlock says, hype?
For everyone else,
hype train kicks off.
On the road, this means that she will move on to them. But luckily in China, more than 60% of people have dash cams in their cars. This means it likely will take a while for this woman to find a good victim to scam. Motorbike scammers.
With 200 bits. 80%
scammers
level
riding motorbikes and mopeds is very common in some countries. A man is driving down a quiet street one night. That's when two guys on a moped speed in front of him and then slow down. They then...
Mr. Whiskers, thanks for 50 bits. Xenon Exemer, thanks for 18 months. That's a sub baby. This sub baby's name is going to be Hype Train McNasty. Bumble Homestead, thanks for gifting a sub.
Pretend to get
level 1 complete.
Rear-ended. The first guy hops off and his friend tells him to lay down.
Roman Civilian, thanks for 300 bits.
Shirtless moped.
MW1642, thanks for gifting a sub. Is that level 2 complete already? Wow. Hydrate.
Pet driver then gets off his bike. He begins acting very poorly, pretending that he was rear-ended by the driver. His friend lying on the floor seems very confused, like he doesn't really want to be there. Maybe this was his first time scamming. The moped duo were hoping for some free money, but after the driver alerted them that their entire scam had been caught on camera, they quickly moved on. Even if
Rageology with 100 bits says, bits for the bits god. Procagam, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Moira Soma, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Lots of gift subs, wow. Thank you, everyone.
Caught off guard by these scammers and don't have a dash cam, it may be worth saying that you do. They might believe you and simply move on to the next person. After all, many dash cams are rather small and scammers don't seem to ever notice them. Fake disability. This video comes from the city of Altai.
Oh, this is the guy from the other video who pretended not to have legs. I haven't played any cheaters yet, no. Morak, thanks for 13 months, says, too bad it's not Friday. Yeah.
China.
Neemsor Kolboth, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. It's a gift sub party. Roland7 with 700 bits says, I'm hyped for finally doing my first dose of HRT this morning. Fuck yes. What a good day. Good for you. Rain Dean says, choo choo with 265 bits. We must have killed this hype train by now. Level 5 complete. That was a quick hype train. We made quick work of that. Like, that's like, you got in, you pleased the hype train, you rubbed all the right spots, and we got to level 5. Dr. Campbell with 1,000 bits says, all aboard the scam train. 180% of level 5. Thanks, everyone.
Street beggar. But to gain more sympathy and money, he's got a good scam.
You didn't even get to donate? You still can. Good news. Rockgum says, fastest hype train without Robert Morley showing up, right? I think he's probably busy. It's tax season. I don't know if we're going to see him until after tax day. Even then, probably he's got some tax extensions and stuff. Mike Mack says, I almost got scams from a fake job interview. Luckily, I double-checked with a real company to be sure my suspicion were right. The job was an interview, so if you're looking for a job, double-check source, email, don't take an interview in Google Chat, and don't use a fake check or gift card. Yeah, no one will ever ask you for a payment and a gift card. Ever, ever, ever. Hawthorne says, I work in home care, and one of the ladies I go to, 89 years old, had a text to say she'd been in contact with COVID and needed to pay for a test. I'm in the UK, so the tests are free. She gave her details over. Fortunately, I was able to contact the bank before they took anything out of her bank. Good. Astro Fox says, this is a high-speed bullet train today. I know, right? 192%.
I'm going. He pretends that he has lost both of his legs. He then moves around asking people for money on a board with wheels. He did this for a long time and was famous in the city. No one knew that his disability was fake until one day it was revealed in front of everyone. He had been riding the bus with someone earlier that day standing up normally. The same man from the bus later recognized him pretending to have a disability to get...
Like, it's terrible that he did this. It's terrible. But you can't say that's not funny, right? Like, in a sick sort of, like, dark humor sort of way that he was doing this. He looks ridiculous. Habitual Dodo, thanks for 15 months, says, oh wow, 15 months. Neat. Innocuous Blonde says, throwing money after the bullet train, waves handkerchief, 212%.
Get more money. Instead of just confronting him, he walked over and revealed the man in front of everyone. Using custom-made clothing, he was simply wrapping his legs behind his back. Because the man's legs were wrapped up, he had no choice but to wheel himself away in shame. Hopefully he won't be returning to scam people in this city ever again. Thankfully, video of this went viral online, and now many people in China know to avoid this man and other such scammers. Fake homeless scams have been getting more and more popular all over the world. And I recently made an entire video all about that, so check it out if you haven't seen it already. But now it's time to make your voice.
That is so shitty. Because there are so many people who genuinely need money. Like, around where we live, there are people who have signs and are asking for money pretty regularly. And when I can, I try and keep cash on me, because I do like to give those people money. I try and help out where I can, and you know, I have enough money that I can give people like $5 or $10, you know, at a time, and I'd like to think it helps them in some way, even if it just gets them some food for today, you know? The idea of someone taking advantage of that makes me so mad. Like, goddamn, there are people who actually need help. Don't take advantage of that shit. Lady Necro says, one of my clients got scammed by those televangelists once before. Now we have to make sure he doesn't go calling them to send money. Ugh, those people suck. Evil Dead Guy says, speaking of scammers, Mark Zuckerberg says Meta employees lovingly refer to him as the Eye of Sauron. Yeah.
Please repeat your confirmation number to the sendee.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Morok with 100-bit says, I like to touch rusty spoons. Thanks for the level 5, everyone. Appreciate it.
This is PayPal customer service, calling to confirm your payment of $600. To confirm your payment of $600 from Roberta Latrell, please press 1. To confirm your payment of thank you, please hold for your confirmation number. Your confirmation number is 1MANIDI0T.
Tucker White says, what Hannah doesn't tell you is that she's hiding billions of dollars in offshore accounts. Read the Pandora paper, folks. It's under lizard person Hannah. I thought it was the Panama Papers. Anyway, if I had billions of dollars, I don't think I'd be streaming on Twitch. I think I'd be on an island somewhere.
To repeat this confirmation number, please press 2. Otherwise, please repeat your confirmation number after the tone. Boop.
1MANIDI. Mike with a link that I'll check out later.
Thank you. Please repeat your confirmation number to the sendee. This is PayPal customer service, calling to confirm your payment of 6.
Funny. Alright, what's this one you just sent? Oh yeah, we watched this one the other day. The phone scammer gets scammed by police.
Find me your home address.
No, I will not.
The scammer says like she has warrants out for her arrest, but it's the police.
No, I'm not going to give you my address. If you have my file on me, you should know what my address is.
Miss Stephen, you need to understand one thing over here.
Max Brady, thanks for following.
I'm trying to cooperate with you on the recorded line, and even you need to cooperate with me. Recent mailing address.
My current address is 205 Saunders, Saunders Street in Apex, North Carolina.
Want me to read out the complete information to you?
Don't make you feel good about a cop. Okay. Your emotions aren't my responsibility.
From which you can now. There are legal enforcement
Thanks was
agencies
once
involved
me.
in this case. So before we go ahead and give out the complete information to you, I need you to verify me with the last 4-digit number of your social security so I can confirm that the details are given to the right person.
I'm not going to confirm my social security number with you.
She's got an anime protagonist haircut.
Ms. Stephen, I'm not asking you to confirm your social security number. What I'm asking you just to verify me with the last 4 digits of your social security so I can confirm that the details are given to the right person.
I'm not going to do that.
Social Security Administration.
Hannah, that's a Karen cut. Yeah. And it also looks like she's an anime protagonist.
And law enforcement agencies has found 25 fraudulent bank accounts opened and used fraudulently using your social security number to commit a fraud of more than $10 million. This account were used to transfer and receive funds for illegal local and international bank wire transfer include like money laundering, drug trafficking, and for internal revenue service, tax scams all over USA. I need to give them the details. So can you just tell me how many bank accounts do you own as per your knowledge and information?
I would like to just speak to your supervisor now, please.
And you told my officer that you want to speak to a senior officer, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, now go ahead and let me know how many bank accounts are originally owned by you, which has nothing to do with the illegal activities.
Well, if it has nothing to do with illegal activities, why do I have to give you tell you how many bank accounts I have?
See, if you do not tell me how many bank accounts you have, we'll go ahead and suspend all the bank accounts which are connected to your social security. So don't blame us if you lose any money. We are trying to help you out over here, okay?
Morok says, the anime Berserk is about a man with a crew cut who is literally too angry to die. Raygeology says, let them fight.gif. And Sky Comet Fallen says, she asked to speak to the manager. She's using her Karen powers to fight evil.
Well, I just don't understand how giving you my... I would like to know what the allegations are against me and what you're going to take out a warrant for.
Right now, there are 2 criminal charges against you. Number 1, drug trafficking.
Occult Comics says Hannah is secretly a deep anime fan. I know her Blu-ray collection is just a front for her full VHS Legend of the Galactic Hero collection. The only anime I have in my collection is Pokemon Indigo League, because the rest has not come out on Blu-ray. And if you consider Avatar or Korra anime, I have those. I would theoretically get Dragon Ball Z, because I did like that when I was younger, and maybe Sailor Moon, and One Punch Man, but that's it. Those are the animes that I find acceptable. Okay, also maybe Fighting Foodons. Has that ever been released on Blu-ray? Fighting Foodons? Does anyone remember Fighting Foodons? No? Okay. Moving on.
And number 2, money laundering.
Dr. White says, does it kind of undercut your scams when the person on the phone sounds like... I feel iffy about reading that one.
Okay. Well, that's better than the 25, the first...
Feels like a very 90s outsourcing to India joke. I'm not comfortable with it. Now we can get Sovereign Citizen versus Scammer.
This guy told me we're out against me. And they've hung up on me.
Let's do some cheaters getting caught. I don't know how many of these are going to be real versus fake because it's the internet and a lot of people fake these videos because they're popular, but we'll try and find the real ones. Morok says, what about the legendary anime Superbook? It's my favorite Bible adaptation, though the decision to add a robot was odd. I haven't seen Superbook. I know it's not an anime, but I've heard of it. Haven't seen it.
He's got caught cheating and
Keyshawn, what are you doing? Are you recording this? Yeah, I'm recording it. Where the fuck were you the other? Where the fuck were you the other? We're in an open relationship. I don't even think that. On the phone, trying to cop, please. Cause he finally got his motherfucking ass whooped. You.
Shooter, the best mobile.
Oh my god! Shut up! Just show the goddamn compilation.
Bro. Shooter. Now let's get into the video. Much love.
What's dinner Friday? Fine. I really do anything. It's funny because I know you're at mass.
Wait, is it Fighting Foodons? Fighting Foodons, the complete series, $39.90. That's expensive. And it's only a DVD. Maybe someday. Fighting Foodons was a sort of parody of Pokemon, and the premise was the Pokemon trainers are chefs, and they create their monsters that fight by cooking them. So whoever cooks the best dish, their like creature that is food, usually wins the fight. Tucker White says, pro tip, unless the person you're married to is named Dale Gribble, you're gonna get found out. Yeah. Morok says, it is an anime. Yeah, and? I said it was. Yeah. The Fighting Foodons theme. They had a team of burgers that were a satire of Super Sentai.
Pizza will attack with gooey cheese. Power up the fried rice with some peas. What will win, Italian or Chinese? If anything's left over, you can freeze. So if you're itching for a brawl, just start a kitchen free for all. And when your monster takes a fall, whip up a little matzo ball. Fighting Foodons, pseudo rude or even chewed. Fighting Foodons, it's red food with attitude.
Oh, it is an anime? Maybe I'm thinking of a different Superbook then. Never mind, sorry. Dick Fight Island? What? Manga series. The Boys Love imprint of Viz Media. The manga is set in a fictional island archipelago only recently discovered by the outside world, where a competition is held every 4 years to decide the new king. The competition is a fight between champions representing the 8 clans, and the men who orgasm first lose the battle. Did you just send me a description of a hentai? What the fuck? I don't remember Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh wait, vaguely. I didn't watch it though. It's not hentai? Sounds like hentai.
What? I know you were at mass. What do you mean? I'm not fucking stupid. I have people tell me and I have pictures, and it wasn't just
Oof. I unlocked a core memory in your brain. You're welcome.
once either.
It's not hentai, it's BL? I don't know what that means.
I obviously had to.
Ichi? Hentai involves tentacles. Okay, I don't know the anime words for porn. It sounds like an anime porn.
Say something, Casey. Are you recording this? Yeah, I'm recording it. Can we just talk about this? No, fuck you. Casey, come on.
Because it's fucking ridiculous. Over it, just got caught cheating and shit. Wow. Better get all her shit. She better get all her fucking shit and get out.
Look at what the fuck you did.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna show you what the fuck you did.
Shit, what the fuck you did.
I'm gonna show you what the fuck you did. Look.
Look at all these phones, bro. Look at all these phones, bro. I thought that shit was this is what we turned into. Oh no. That one said his girlfriend got married behind his back.
Oh my gosh. Keyshawn, what are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you
Who's
doing?
in there? Hey! Who's in the house?
Nobody's here, Keyshawn. You're tripping.
Who's in the house?
Did you literally just climb from all the way down there?
Wait, who's
Where the fuck were you the other night?
Hey.
Where the fuck were you the other night? Where the fuck were you the other night? No,
back up.
No.
I don't know why you're coming in here yelling and shit. I was at home. I was at home.
Really? Because I was at
here.
home. No, you weren't. Because I was here. I checked your fucking snap locations and you turned them off.
Something
And then I
don't
saw a
add up.
fucking video
No.
of you.
Something don't add
No.
up.
No. I saw a fucking video of you making out with some other fucking bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
By who?
Your best fucking friend. He fucking showed me.
What'd you show her?
Video on my phone. Don't worry about him. He's not in this. Just know that I fucking know.
So I learned some new shit every day about me. That's
Yeah, obviously, because you're acting stupid as fuck right now. You're acting stupid. What?
I don't know why you're yelling.
Because
There's no
you
point.
fucking cheated on me. I don't
I
fucking
didn't,
deserve
though.
this.
You gotta
Yes,
believe
you fucking
everything.
did. Yes, the fuck you
Okay.
did.
I
I
don't
saw.
Jesus Christ. Let's see if we can find some ones that seem more real, shall we? Because some of those seem fake. Rageology says, after 20 years of modern internet existing, the discourse has moved on from are computer games art to is X series truly anime, and who says change is impossible? Tokusatsu is better than anime, right, Hannah? I don't know what those words mean. I don't know what tokusatsu is. BL is as follows. Tucker White 94. No, now who will tell us that yaoi is bad? I don't know how to pronounce that word. The most embarrassing thing in this video is that I'm using Twitter light mode. Don't send me Japanese words. It's not fair, okay? I'm a Power Rangers gal, not Super Sentai.
You want the hottest merch in the YouTube game?
Oh, shut up.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, God, it's obnoxious YouTubers. No. I say this as a YouTuber. I fucking hate YouTubers.
Ladies and gentlemen, showers.
Your ass going on Facebook. I got to get you. He was a good sport about it, though. He won't no bad guy.
Homie did a beard reveal?
See, someone look, spent all my money. And it's a goddamn crib.
Okay, I'm going back to scams for now because I'm sick of looking for cheating videos that don't seem fake or don't have obnoxious YouTubers over them. I'm the only obnoxious YouTuber that you're allowed to listen to. Tucker White says, hold on, Hannah, let's make sure everyone here is 15 or older. My channel is actually already set for 18 or older on Twitch, so should be good. Lily Love Stuff says, instead of Japanese swords, send Hannah words in Irish and Welsh. Huz Khalifa says, how about some Urdu, Hannah? Can someone Ben Cho... What? Call someone Ben Chode and brown people will laugh? I don't know what that means. Hydrate. What about Jake, though? Nope, just me. You gotta pick. And pick me, because I stream more often. Feels like Jake almost never streams anymore. It means sister fucker. Oh. Scammers caught on camera trying to sell iPhone 12. He streams a lot at night. Yeah, that's when I sleep. Here's a guy who does good stuff. Okay, thank you.
With no paperwork. Can we? Do you want me to get the Xfinity number and you could call and I could go through the process of getting the serial number?
Well, I don't need a serial number. The EMI number is right here.
Oh, okay.
By pressing that button, I can get into it. But I will go through the motion and I can see later how many gigs is going to be.
Oh, okay.
But if when we call Xfinity,
Mm-hmm.
what I need to find out if the phone is just clear and ready to be activated. That's the biggest thing.
Okay.
Since
Like
this is a 12, this
yeah.
is like a month-old phone. They
Right.
just came out with a 12. So I need to know if it's clear, meaning...
What is with this sleep shit? I have no idea. It's a thing that my body needs to do on occasion. Nick says, "Cat, I love you, cat." Was there a cat in the background? Oh no, there's a cat in the video. I missed the cat. Rachology says, "Yo, it's your girl Hannah." Hold on, let me do my obnoxious YouTuber. Yo, it's your girl Hannah Reloaded, and today I'll be counting down the top 10 worst chuds of all time. But first, a quick word about our sponsor. I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends, and it is awesome. I love how they try and convince me to buy a bunch of microtransactions in order to drain my wallet because I'm a whale who can't control my spending habits.
That anybody can activate, and do you have a contract on it? But you're
Okay.
telling me that you bought this phone outright?
Yeah.
Who would be in my top 10 worst chuds ever? In no particular order. John Doyle, Nick Fuentes, Elliot Hulse, Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, Steven Crowder, Andrew Tate, Bass, The Quartering, I gotta think about this last one. Yeah. Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson. Undead Chronic isn't a bad choice, but he doesn't have a big audience, so. Overthought says Burger King foot lettuce. Huz Khalifa says you missed the constant cuts and different angles as you said the ad. True. Definitely true. For $5 million, would I eat this? What is it? It looks like Spam with Oreo. I'd do that for like $1,000. Honestly, if you handed it to me, I might do it just to have something to do on stream. I'm cheap.
This company just a company.
But if you want to give me $5 million to eat that, I'm on board.
Like, I paid that off there.
Okay. I'm gonna check quickly here. So you're saying you changed now for a different phone? Why are you selling this phone? Why?
I just want some kind of, like, I figured I would sell it online, but, I mean...
Probably be easier to scam if you sold it online instead of going into a pawn shop. You'd also probably make more money.
I just figured I would...
Pawn shops are when you're desperate. I've been there years ago. This was years ago now. I was really, really broke. I still get broke, but not as broke as I used to get. Like, if I'm broke, if I ever get broke nowadays, it's usually only like a week or two before I'll get paid or whatever, and then I'll be back. And it's usually because of some weird circumstance, like a tire going out or something big breaking or a medical expense I wasn't expecting or whatever. Back in the day, though, when I was younger, and I was living on outside my parents' house for the first time, and I lived with Jake, I'd get broke, you know, relatively often, and there was a time where things were going really bad, so I had to go to a pawn shop and sell, like, a TV and stuff. Now, I could have gotten more money for the TV and other stuff if I'd sold it on eBay, but you go to a pawn shop because you're desperate most of the time. You don't go to a pawn shop for the best price. You go because they have cash on hand for you. At least in my experience.
Try to come up here. I went
No, I'm saying, why are you selling?
I used to have a bunch of silver $half too that I had to sell too. I had like 7 of them that are just cool, and now I don't have them anymore. It's kind of sad, but it's whatever. I didn't have a sentimental attachment to them. They were just kind of neat.
Is there something wrong with the phone, or?
No, not at all. Just the fact that now I have 2 phones, and me and my boyfriend broke up, and I am not interested in having it. So I figured I would try. I went up to that Eco, whatever the machine is thing or whatever, but because it's so new, they won't even take it. So they said, like, I think.
Yeah, because it suspects it's stolen.
They said that this phone's too new. Come back or whatever the heck it said.
Makes you wonder if you could get deals buying from a pawn shop. Probably. It's gonna vary what they have, but I'm imagining it wouldn't be too bad. Lazy Paradox says, I don't know if you've seen this, but the series was a fun watch.
This building in southwest Delhi.
Spying on scammers. Oh, Jim Browning. I've seen him before. I don't think I've seen that particular
I
series.
didn't look online though because you can get like an appraisal for it. I just figured I'd try. I know I sold my iPhone X11 to the place in McHenry when I got the new one. But I just put it on
So
credit.
it's either X or 11.
Oh, well.
No iPhone X11.
X then maybe. I don't
X
know.
is not.
It was just
it's
that
the 10.
generation of them. But it was given to me like. It was just given to me because he didn't have an account anymore and he didn't need it. And then I ended up just needing
I gotta
to
go
sell.
through the motions here because it won't let me check here.
Oh.
You can't change it.
With the lock on the SIM card, you're saying, like?
No.
That's just
Lock
a-
means
oh.
you can't take the SIM cards out anymore and
Oh, with
swap
the-
them between
okay.
the phones.
Right. Okay, yeah, with the button.
Okay. Alright, so
Who's
what
the
we
one
need to do
scamming?
now-
The young woman is, who's trying to sell the phone. She stole the phone, and now she's trying to sell it to the pawn shop.
Now I need you to call actually the carrier, which is Xfinity, and if this phone is under your name, they're gonna verify it and they're gonna tell me it's ready
Okay,
to be activated.
that's fine.
I'm guessing the phone got locked down. I don't know how iPhones work. I've never had an iPhone. Don't care for Apple products very much. Enjoy Android, whatever. But I'm assuming they have pretty good lockdown if you, like, get your phone stolen. I assume you call and they brick your phone or something, unless you can get it back and confirm it's you. They get remote locked. That's good.
Okay, what's your name?
Do you have Xfinity number?
No, I don't, but could you, I'll just write it down real
Yeah,
quick.
we can look it up here.
I'm going to,
I'm sorry.
have my boyfriend come in then with me because it's on.
Roland says, you can tell the store owner isn't scamming because they have a shop cat.
Under his name, the account, but he'll come inside.
Well, then he needs to talk. If this is under his name, they won't even let you talk
So
about
have
this
him do
phone.
it?
He has to do it.
Okay, that's fine.
Whoever is on the phone, that's the person who has to talk to Xfinity. So
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Could you write down the number at least so I can get him to start
And what is
calling
this
it then or whatever?
is he here?
Yeah, he's in the parking lot. He's parked.
Oh, that's a bad lie to tell. Oh, God, you idiot. Again, I'm glad she got caught. I don't want her to get away with stealing the phone. But you say no, he's somewhere else. That way the guy can't say, well, just have him come in.
I'll just have him call it on his phone. It's under his name to clear it.
But I will have to talk to that person later
No,
if
that's
he's
fine.
talking
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Xfinity
That's
to
fine.
tell me that it's clear, you know?
confirm. No, I get that, yeah. So
let
have
me-
him start the process, get on the account, and then have them talk
Okay.
to you to clear it. No, it's
Yep.
fine.
Because now the guy might be like, well, I'll just hold the phone right here, because he's clearly already suspecting that she's stolen it.
1-800, please call us for customer service.
I'll just,
So
I can
you-
have him look on Google.
You know?
Yeah, I'll just have him say it to his Siri, whatever. I just want to pull this up to him and tell him.
And he's gonna have to give him that number, that it's here, the long number, EMI number.
I'll have him come in and I'll have,
Okay.
hold that for 1 second. 'Cause I'm just gonna tell him, even if y'all have him, I mean, again. Hold on.
Interesting.
Lily Love Stuff says, I have a guy in Michigan who I've been dealing with since December trying to scam my job out of 5 contracts because his weed shops got hit by a car like I couldn't Google the address. Oh, God.
We'll see.
We'll pause for a second. Alright, so
Is he wearing a body cam? That's interesting. I've never seen a pawn shop owner wear a body camera before.
it's probably the biggest.
Can we talk about how Peter has patience now? Yeah, Peter on Twitter said he was caring for some of his patients. So I guess Peter is, I don't know. He has patience now, whatever that means.
Scam that people try to do on us here in the shop is sell us phones that are still under contract. Those phones are worthless. We can't do anything with them. Even if they clear out, like she brought this phone in, cleared it, right? She went through the motion, cleared the iCloud, basically put the phone to factory reset, but that doesn't mean anything that the phone is ready to go, right? So when I go in and check EMI number in a database, it will tell me if the phone is still activated or not. This phone was for Xfinity, not very popular network to be on from the begin with. I mean, it's just Xfinity, not many people want to be on Xfinity. Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, those the phones that people want.
Logarth says, you've probably never seen the shotguns they have behind the counters in most pawn shops. I guess I haven't.
So as soon as I started talking to her that I'm going to have to verify and call Xfinity, she changes the story. All of a sudden the phone is not hers, it's her boyfriend's, he's in a car. And I tell her, you know, he's going to have to call, so he better come in. And of course she goes out, never comes back. What does that tell me? Phone is 1 month old, she bought it on contract, never paid it off, trying to run typical, you know, scams. So, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, let's try these first.
Okay.
So we can work out. And then we'll go from there.
Milwaukee?
18, yeah, 18 volt. The ones I use much less. That part of it works just fine.
Not a bad place to buy power tools, probably. When I went to the pawn shop to sell that TV and some other stuff I had years ago, they had a decent number of power tools there. People will sell that stuff. Because it's kind of a mid-tier expense item, you know? But, like, people don't use them all the time, so if you need money real quick, seems like that's the kind of thing people hawk first. Tucker White says, footage of what happened to this guy after Apple sent its goons with tire irons to disappear him. I don't like South Park clips either. Also Human Centipede. Sewing machines too. Got a nice fashion mate from there. Good tip. You buy so many power tools at estate auctions and pawn shops, yeah. No one likes Human Centipede. Look, I like Human Centipede 1 and 2, but I have trash taste. Do you know how many trashy horror movies I own? I've bought a lot of stuff from Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow Video. How about some liars on TV? Oh god, it's Maury, though. I don't like Maury.
This is why women don't say...
Michael Willis, screen name generic white male.
Morak says, I have an idea, Hannah. Theme your wedding after Human Centipede. Only one mouth to feed at the reception that way. That's disgusting.
He's almost 50 years old, and he's been chatting online with a girl who calls herself Jolanda and who says she's 15. He lies to her about his age, typing, I'm 30. You probably don't want me around you. I'm cute, though. Built good.
What are you doing here today?
Tucker White says, future call video. Hi, I'm Hannah Reloaded, and I jump cut like jump cut. Trash!
Is this some kind of setup or something?
What do you mean?
I'm just on my way to the beach.
Then I remind generic white male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way.
You know, I have the transcript.
Convincing.
Of your conversation with Jolanda.
You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach.
Come here, just 1 second.
You know what? I don't even want your cookies.
Second, sir.
You ever wonder if the cookies in the sting operations taste good? I am curious, is it just like a box of cookies they bought at the store and put out on a plate? Or did someone lovingly make home-baked cookies for pedophiles to eat right before they go to jail?
But generic white male won't be going to the beach today. As he heads out the back, he stumbles
They did have pizza one time. I remember the pizza.
off the porch right into the arms of the Fort Myers Police Department.
It was an on-the-job injury. Or was it? Watch what happens when this sprinkler head falls from a South Florida office ceiling.
I've seen
It
this
lands on an employee's desk, missing her. But wait for it. She gets an idea, looks around, and bam! Time to file for some workers' comp. Oh, Shayla Veronica...
Chris Hansen turned out to be an ass, right? I think so. I don't know all the details, but I think so.
White, she was convicted for workers' comp insurance fraud, a third-degree felony, and sentenced to 18 months probation.
Roland says, behold, capitalism.
So I'm just here to pick up my wallet because I forgot my wallet in his car.
What's in the baggie that was on your lap?
Where?
The plastic bag that fell off your lap?
No idea.
I know, it was just sitting right on your lap there?
Yeah, I sat over here and then I fell asleep and then
And you woke up
saw
with that on your
this
lap?
clip
Yes.
the other day.
Okay. Go ahead and step back for me. Is that maybe...
Those 3 famous words on The Price is Right.
Oh, come on now!
You do what the man tells you. Fast. Like this woman, Kathy Cashwell. $1,375. But a fortune and fabulous prizes wasn't the only thing Cashwell was collecting. Cashwell was also cashing in $3,000 a month in workers' comp, claiming an on-the-job shoulder injury left her totally unable to stand, run, reach, or grasp.
Here we go, good luck.
But there she is, spinning that big, heavy wheel. Not once, but twice. Kathy Cashwell, those pictures were something, right? She told us that despite how it looks in that clip, she was, quote, her words here, hurting the whole time. David.
Hurting the whole time, all right.
Carson, California. Mayor Jim D.
She didn't even get to the showcase.
Here presides over a city council meeting. At the podium, community...
Did we watch this one the other day? I feel like we've seen most of the clips in this one. We must have watched that one. Morak says, Chris Hansen made this big deal about how he was going after Onision and then just made a documentary that painted Onion Boy as a YouTube superstar that everyone loves but might be hiding a secret. It was bad. Yeah. Onision is a big sack of crap. But Hansen did a really bad job covering that. Oh yeah, this guy's trying to lockpick the door.
Dude, I wasn't doing anything, I promise! Dude, I wasn't doing anything, I promise! I'm fucking trying to break in my crib, bro. Dude, I wasn't! Dude, I wasn't! Dude, stop, please, I wasn't. Dude, I wasn't! Dude, I wasn't! I wasn't. Dude, I wasn't! I was trying to fucking figure out how to get in my door. My door's fucked up. I was trying to fucking have another door to do it on. I swear to God, dude! Please, dude, I swear to God.
You know I was fucking home, did you?
Dude, I was not trying to break into your house! Dude, stop! I was not! Dude! Fuck, man, dude, I was not trying to break into your house! Did you hear me? Did you hear me, dude? Dude, my door's fucked up, remember? I was trying to fucking get another door to fucking see how I could do it, man!
That doesn't even make sense. If your door was messed up and you were trying to figure out how to lockpick it, how would picking someone else's door lock that is functional transfer any skills to help you get your door, which is fucked up according to you? That doesn't make any sense.
I swear to God, what the fuck did I break in your house?
America's Got Talent looked like it found a new star this week. Sergeant Timothy Poe, a wounded soldier left with an audible scar.
I had got hit by a grenade in Afghanistan, and it broke my back and gave me a brain injury, so that's the reason why I stutter a little bit.
Some of Sergeant Poe's fellow soldiers were also amazed, not because of Poe's singing, but because of his story. They say it never happened. The National Guard confirmed that Sergeant Poe's military records do not show he was injured by a grenade in Afghanistan, where...
I think his lie was wrong, but I do think it's kind of funny to illustrate that shows like X Factor and American Idol and any talent show like this is all about this sort of manufactured sob story thing. Like, they don't want rando who just likes to sing. They want someone with a tragic backstory they can sell in a little 2-minute blurb that'll make people emotionally invested in the performer. It's so annoying.
He served for just 1 month. There's more. In May, Poe told our ABC Dallas affiliate WFAA he was shot and injured while serving in Iraq.
In the firefight, I took a bullet in the leg.
But the National Guard says Sergeant Poe was never even deployed to Iraq. And this photo used on America's Got Talent, it's not actually a picture of Poe. He said a speech therapist helped him with his stuttering by helping him sing in the shower. That's how he learned his hidden talent. But we've learned now that even before he went to Afghanistan, he was singing in a band.
It's the truth that I know. It's the truth that I truly think is real.
What does that even mean?
And that's horrible because I don't know what...
Is that yours?
Oh, I've seen this one. They're trying to steal this guy's... I don't even know what it's called. You know, the thing that you can have a covering at the beach. Dr. Lily Lovestuff says, not Eurovision, that's why it's the best, and we even had someone waiting on a heart transplant win, but no one mentioned it on the show. Nice. Dr. Gamble says, Puddle's Pity Party is the only manufactured backstory I'll watch on those shows. Also, that clown can sing. I like Puddles. I can't say I've seen the show that he was on, but I have a couple of his songs on one of my playlists.
Yeah, but we don't know how to do it.
Oh, you need some help?
Do you know how to do it?
Canopy.
This
that's
is
the
our
word.
stuff.
This is yours?
Yes.
Wait a minute. This is ours.
No, it is. This is all ours. All of it. The chairs, the bag. This is all our stuff. My kids. Yep, that's my kids. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Linda, we didn't bring,
It's okay. We'll let it slide, but I'm glad I made it in time.
I'm not making it slide. I'm telling you.
No, there's... No, step away from my shit. How about that?
You know what? I will, and then I'm going to take that camera and put it in the grass so you're going to like...
How did they get indignant? How do they get indignant that they got caught stealing? That's insane.
That. Step back. Stop it.
Seriously?
Our iPad was last seen in the hands of TSA officer Andy Ramirez. We filed this missing property report, but were told nothing had been found and that we were essentially just out of luck. But we had been able to track our iPad the night it disappeared, 30 miles away from the airport to the home of the TSA officer.
Brian Ross from ABC News.
2 weeks later, we showed up at Ramirez's house.
We're looking for a missing iPad.
Missing iPad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the tracking device shows that it's located right here at this address.
Okay.
Is it here?
No, sir.
And again, Ramirez denied knowing anything about the missing iPad.
Did you take it?
No, sir.
You did not take it?
No, sir.
But after setting off an audible alarm on the missing iPad and asking him to search his house again, Ramirez produced it.
You found it. There it is.
Okay, turn the camera off.
With his TSA uniform shirt now off, Ramirez claimed that it was his wife who had taken it, not him.
I want you to explain how this iPad...
How does that even make sense? Tucker White says, Valley Girl Hannah, like, OMG, Stacy, did you hear about the guy who stopped 2 women stealing his beach canopy? That's, like, super cringe.
Left at a TSA screening station, ended up in your house.
My wife's... I'm so embarrassed.
Your wife?
My wife said she got the iPad and brought it home.
You know, that can't be true because the last time we saw it, it was in your hands. It wasn't in your wife's hands. We saw it in your hands.
Late yesterday, TSA told us that Ramirez is no longer employed by the agency.
Basically say he hasn't been a father to the kids and he's let them down.
No, you haven't, Mario. When?
For real?
Your mom takes care of the kids, not you.
Because of the fact that you told me you slept with the other guy, right?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
But you know from the beginning, before you even went to jail,
matter.
that I was pregnant. You know that.
100% sure.
Yes.
Oh no, this is the Jeremy Kyle show. Didn't he, like, get a guy to end his own life? Yikes.
The DNA test results show that
And then
Mario...
the show got canceled?
He's not the father of your twins. Told us you were 100% sure. He's bonded with them far more than a man who's not a father should have done.
I really thought he was the
Really
dad.
thought or really said
I knew he was the dad.
Well, he's not, love. Biologically, it's not possible. What about the eldest one? How sure are you on this one, please, God?
Need to know no more.
What?
I think 100%.
Is this Josiah? The DNA test results show... I'm really sorry, but you're not the father of the eldest.
I'm sorry. I thought they were yours.
Because I seen you steal an iPhone 10. We're gonna go up to the front real quick.
Are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay. So we had You to don't ask. have an ID?
No.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes.
We don't want you reaching for anything.
I'm not reaching for anything.
If you're a federal marshal, you understand what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. You have your federal marshal ID? No. So you're carrying a weapon with no ID on you? No. Because I just stepped out of my house to get this. You have a weapon, you have no ID on you. It's not a real weapon. You're carrying a fake weapon. Yeah. And you're a federal marshal.
No. He's got a little
Are
badge.
you not?
No.
Congratulations, you're impersonating a police officer. That's a federal offense.
No, what he's doing is he's going to Best Buy, stealing a phone,
And he says
and this
you're
way they're not looking at him because they see his little lapel pin in his badge.
You have a badge, which, what does that say on it?
Marshal.
So why are we carrying around fake stuff? Which you know it's illegal. No, I didn't know it was illegal.
He didn't know it was illegal to impersonate a police officer? Tucker White says, boisterous announcer, Hannah. Let me see. If you have an infidelity story you'd like to exploit to win a free trip to Los Angeles, call us at yada 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 to get started now.
You stole an iPhone.
I did not steal an iPhone.
They got you stealing an iPhone. They got you on video.
What's going to happen to me?
Sometimes we say the wrong
How's Jeremy DeWitt doing? I don't know. I haven't checked in a while.
things at the wrong time, you know.
Finding out that I really made an ass of myself. No, I don't want to go to jail for being an asshole.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? My niece bought me some earrings from here. And when she bought them, one of the diamonds was missing. And I wanted to know, can I get my money back?
Do you have the receipt?
No. Do gifts come with a receipt?
Yeah.
No, well, this one didn't.
She told you that she bought them from us?
Yes.
The first problem, you don't have the receipt.
If you had a receipt, it would look like this.
I know what a receipt would look like if I had one.
This is from True TV anyway. True TV shows, I mean, all reality shows are fake to an extent, but like True TV reality shows are literally just scripted.
One more problem that's really key to this whole thing.
Is that I own my hat's off? I gotta turn it back
These are
on.
fake. And we don't sell fake jewelry.
Well, it's gonna be some up in here. Well, excuse me, anybody buying any jewelry from here? Don't get no more jewelry from here, because this ain't good.
Hey,
no.
I don't
I'm
care.
talking to him.
I'm talking to
Sir,
you.
can you help me? Can you give me my money? Can you give me a different pair of earrings? Anything.
No.
Oh. Wait.
No.
Your short ass gonna tell me.
Are you angry because your coat's so tight?
You can get the receipt, and then...
3 months.
That's
That was
another
at,
Stolen
I
Valor,
was
I
in
think,
Hollywood.
which I've seen. About some corrupt cops.
2 Bloomfield cops have now been indicted. A third quietly pleaded guilty to tampering and retired. It's all because of video the cops may have tried to hide.
Any call updates? I haven't looked in a while, so I don't know what's going on with him.
Get out the car! Get out! This is the Bloomfield Police Department's dash cam video that prosecutors say they never saw when they pursued criminal charges against 30-year-old Marcus Jeter. Notice his hands in the air. He was charged with eluding police, resisting arrest, and assault. And also notice who throws repeated punches. The tape not initially turned over is on the dash of a second police car that comes from the opposite direction, crosses the median into ongoing traffic, and then strikes Jeter's car. There is no mention of that in any police report.
Holy
Next thing I know, as he's coming around the car, the glass gets busted, and all the glass goes in my face.
Get out the car!
Your hands are up.
My hands are up. As soon as he opened the door, one of the officers reached in and just punched me in my face. As he's trying to take the seatbelt off, he's elbowed me in my jaw. And I'm like, ah, and he's like, stop trying to take my gun.
Tucker White says, just to remind her. Occult Comics says, disgusted French aristocrat Hannah, coming down for an opium high. How? I can't do a French accent. And why would a French person say bro? I'll try it. It's gonna be bad, but whatever. You paid the bits. I don't know. What's a French accent sound like? Bro, these servants cheated on her no, this is terrible. Husband, you will not believe the peasant child. No, now I'm just doing ink. Whatever. Will not believe the peasant child wasn't our indentured cook's child. Oh, the shame. Bring me more drugs and tell me more of petty dramas of my subjects. I can't do a French accent. We learned something today. Nick says, did you hear about the Illinois Nazi cop that got fired? I hate Illinois Nazis. That's Blues Brothers, right?
Holds a dark secret. The building houses Fairmont Travels, an innocent-sounding travel agency, except that it's just a...
Wrong video, sorry.
Stop resisting arrest. Stop trying to take my gun. And as he's saying that, I just knew, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, okay, this is gonna go wrong.
Get down! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Why are you trying to get my gun? Get off my gun!
Sheba Hawk says, French. Ha ha.
Well, what are you then? I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly king?
And right before...
Rachology says, Cockney Hannah. Get your monkey bellend away from my bed, you slag! Roland7 says, stop trying to take my gun is such a terrifying threat. Yeah.
When they opened the door about to put me in, the officer hits me in the back of the head again.
As soon as prosecutors saw this video, they dismissed all of the
Australian
charges against Jeter. Interesting to note, an investigation by Bloomfield PD's scandal-plagued Internal Affairs Division had found no wrongdoing by police officers.
If we hadn't had the tapes in this particular case, an innocent man would be in jail today.
I'm sure that if this happened to me, it could happen to a bunch of other people.
We were there exclusively today in Essex County Court in Newark, where Bloomfield police officers Sean Corder, there on the left, and Orlando Trinidad, who you will see here on the right, were arraigned on charges including conspiracy, official misconduct, and falsifying reports. Trinidad is also charged with aggravated assault. They pleaded not guilty.
Wonder how that went. Logarth says, speaking of scams, I actually got one of these. It's insane. Thousands of New England received QAnon postcards. Oh, I heard about this.
Where it came from, many Boston residents getting a postcard about the conspiracy theory group QAnon, featuring pictures of celebrities and politicians. NBC 10 political reporter Allison King has a closer look at what's behind it.
Thousands of New Englanders have received this card in the mail. It's entitled The True Story of QAnon and features a QR code surrounded by 20 faces of famous politicians, actors, and tech giants.
They're just trying to hook people in and trick them.
The back of the card highlights several baseless conspiracy theories. QAnon promotes a heroic Trump waging a secret battle against devil-worshipping pedophiles in Hollywood, big business, and the media.
This is obviously insane, but this is also kind of hilarious.
I read it, and I said, this is trying to normalize insanity.
There are no names or addresses on the cards. The only indication of where it's from is a P.O. box from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Brandon Moore delivers mail in Jamaica Plain.
So you've seen them? Yes.
Yeah, lots of them?
Yes.
Thousands of them?
Yes.
Who's sending this? What are they looking for?
Why do they want me to click on to find out more?
Longtime New Hampshire political operative Arnie Arneson got the postcard at her home in Concord
I like
and
her
worries about
glasses.
all the people who may have clicked on the link.
What they did was they got you to do something you normally wouldn't do, which is you connected to them.
Someone might say, oh, it's just some crazy person in their basement.
Someone has a lot of money to be so crazy.
Some question if it's appropriate for the U.S. Postal Service to distribute, but spokesperson Steve Doherty, who received the card at his home, says while certainly controversial, there doesn't appear to be anything in the mailing that would make it illegal to send through the mail.
Whether you find this mailing interesting, frightening, or funny, you may want to think twice before clicking on any QR code from unknown sources. In Boston, I'm Allison King, NBC 10 Boston.
Yeah, that's insane. Rachology says as an experiment, Australian Hannah. Rack off my ute, you cunt! Real French accent for context. Jean Cocteau. Tucker White says, gee, I wonder what part of him made cops go power trippy. Could there be something about that particular individual that makes cops go ballistic? Rain Dean says, I delivered those. Sad to say only me and one of my clerks saw this for the dangerous thing it is. That spokesperson's a parrot for lazy managers. Yeah.
Connecticut state trooper caught by his own dash camera stealing cash and jewelry off a dying motorcycle crash victim pleaded guilty on Wednesday. Superior Court Judge Robert Devlin charged 43-year-old Aaron Huntsman with 2 counts of felony, third-degree larceny, and tampering with evidence for a crime he committed in Fairfield on September 22, 2012. The 18-year veteran, who didn't realize his dash cam was recording, stole from the dying 49-year-old motorcycle victim, John Scalise. The crooked cop...
Imagine how often we don't see this.
Then stiffed the near-lifeless Scalise,
No
stealing his
updates on
$5,000 gold chain from a pool of blood and a $3,700 wad of cash from the former executive of JAS Masonry.
These 7 Baltimore City police officers arrested, charged with being hardcore criminals. The allegations range from stealing from innocent citizens to robbing drug dealers of cash and guns. Some even...
Tucker White says, just a few bad apples, though. You know what they say about bad apples? They spoil the bunch!
of selling heroin.
These defendants allegedly were involved in stopping people who had not committed crimes and seizing their money, not only seizing their money, but pocketing it. So these are really simply robberies by people who are wearing police uniforms.
The alleged stealing from city residents was rampant, with amounts stolen ranging from $200 to $200,000. Prosecutors say the corruption included bogus search warrants, filing false police reports, and even putting in for thousands of dollars in overtime while on vacation.
These officers, they're 1930-style gangsters, as far as I'm concerned.
And authorities say there was a widespread cover-up, which involved coaching of each other to give false...
You know there's a word for that, right? They're dirty cops.
...statements.
They didn't invent this.
...to internal affairs.
Tucker White says, people look at the video after video after video of police doing this, and they still defend it. I know.
And turning off body cameras at key moments.
October 10, 2010.
911 emergency. I have a 17-year-old son with Down syndrome, has severe behavior problems.
Seen in a white 98 Plymouth Voyager minivan.
Vehicles all over the roadway.
Dashcam video shows Jeremy Hutton stopping at the intersection of Royal Palm Beach and Okeechobee Boulevard in the van he took from his mom. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Deputy Jason Frankie pulls around. Hutton clips his cruiser. The deputy shoots.
Shots fired.
Ooh.
Jeremy Hutton was shot 3 times.
He was shot in the head, he was shot in the shoulder, and he was shot in the arm.
He lived. Now his attorney is working to prove what the deputy did was all wrong, and the system designed to hold officers accountable here is broken.
The van was stopped.
Hours later, he explains to investigators what happened.
I watched the driver, he turned the wheel, and he just started coming at me.
Leaving the, quote, terrified deputy no choice.
Completely drew my firearm and started
fuck this guy.
firing as he reached where I was.
Both PBSO and the state attorney's office justified the shooting.
That doesn't fear he was going to hit me.
Case closed until...
I don't think anybody knew or anticipated that they were going to get caught by a traffic camera.
Because this traffic camera video, he says, shows an entirely different story.
But the traffic camera clearly shows that Jeremy Hutton not only was driving away from the deputy, but actually turned his vehicle as far to the left as possible to completely try to avoid hitting this deputy. So it's completely inconsistent with what was told by the deputy. And it's appalling.
Can't say that.
The state attorney, which investigates to determine if an officer who shoots should face...
Sorry, can't say that. I gotta follow Twitch TOS. If I don't enforce it, I'll get in trouble.
...criminal charges for it, mentions the video...
Even with your addendum.
...in its final report.
Pictures don't lie.
But not what it shows.
So certainly there was no danger to this deputy.
Since 2000, the state attorney's office hasn't indicted a single deputy involved in a shooting.
It was a shocking police beatdown captured 3 years ago on dashboard cam in Bogota, New Jersey. 2 officers called by parents to assist their emotionally disturbed son into an ambulance instead tackled the man and punched him in the head. When Officer Regina Tasca intervened, prying the officers off the man, she was brought up on charges by her chief and eventually fired. The officers at the time even threatened the victim's father.
In that moment, my son was jumped and punched. Had she not been there doing what she did to protect him, I can pretty much say with certainty that things would have turned out quite differently.
Tasca, the only female and gay officer on the Bogota force, had previously complained to her bosses she was being harassed by fellow officers. And during the departmental hearing to fire her, the attacking officer from neighboring Ridgefield Park Police admitted that he covered up punching the victim. He lied about his training in dealing with an emotionally disturbed person and violated protocol with the tackle and punch. He was not brought up on any charges at the time. And the campaign to smear Tasca on the Bogota force continued. Her own boss, Captain Jim Sepp, admitting he lied in his report to fire her by failing to interview witnesses, twisting quotes, and destroying notes from his own report.
Lying means that you did something wrong, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. I protected that kid. I did exactly what I'm trained to do.
Okay, that's enough of that. I already have my blood boiling, so let's watch this as a cleanse real quick.
Oh, there is a dead human in our house.
Oh, hey, how did he get here?
Carl, what did you do?
Me? I didn't do.
I don't want to watch a furries in
this.
Explain what happened, Carl.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Tell me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home.
All right. Well, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was sitting in my room.
Yes.
Reading a book.
Go on.
And well, this guy walked in.
Okay.
So I went up to him.
Yes.
And I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that.
How could you not know that?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong here. I suck.
What happened to his hands?
What's that?
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
Carl!
Well, I was hungry, and well, you know, when you crave hands, that's...
Why on earth would you do that?
I was hungry for hands. Give me a break.
Carl!
My stomach was making the rumblies that only hands would satisfy.
What is wrong with you, Carl?
Well, I kill people and I eat hands. That's 2 things.
Walking in without a struggle.
They were allegations that turned William Conboy's life upside down. A respected young Albany attorney who all of a sudden was facing charges filed by his own wife, Kelly, that he was beating her right here inside the couple's house.
Everybody who knew him knew this wasn't, true, but what? No one else did, because you pick up the paper. He's on the front of the local section. He's a batterer. It's this. It's horrible. He went through hell.
As a young prosecutor, William Conboy knew he had been placed in a very tough position of being forced to prove a negative. In other words, he had to prove that something did not happen. But that's when he took out his cell phone and called his wife.
I want you to know what's going to happen.
Okay.
If you are not out tonight with all of your I will call the Albany Police Department and say that you beat me and get an order of protection next week against you.
Are you going to make something up that I hit you?
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Why would you do that, Cal?
Why would I do that? To get you the out of the house. That's why.
As it turns out, the tape recordings were more than enough for Bill Conboy to be cleared of all charges.
From the distraught mother whose heartbreaking plight prompted sympathy the world over, to one of the most vilified women in Britain, Karen Matthews' fall from grace was dramatic. In one of the most notorious crimes of recent times, 10 years ago, Matthews from Dewsbury was locked up for faking the kidnap of her own daughter, 9-year-old.
What?
Shannon.
Police emergency. Hiya, I want to put my daughter's missing, please. Right, how old is she? 9. Yeah. When did you last see her? She went to school this morning. You've rung round all her friends, and you've been in touch with all her relatives. Yeah. And there's nowhere else that you've got left to look. No. Has she been missing before? No, first time. What to call her? Shannon Matthews.
During the 24 days of absence, Karen Matthews and her boyfriend Craig Meehan made multiple TV appearances pleading for information and shedding what now turned out to be crocodile tears.
If anybody's got my daughter, my beautiful princess daughter, please bring her home safe. It makes me think now I can't trust people who's really close to me anymore. I just can't trust them.
People from the Dewsbury area, Shannon's hometown, came out in the hundreds to help search for the missing girl and console the grieving mother. 24 days later, she was found alive, hidden under a bed in the home of her stepfather's uncle, only a mile from where she lived.
It's thought Shannon was imprisoned by her mother as part of a plan to claim a £50,000 reward offered by a national newspaper.
Jessica Ann Smith, a mother and fitness buff, said she was battling cancer at just 32 years old.
Oh, come on.
But was rallying support, encouraging friends and family to hashtag #FightLikeAJessica. With medical bills piling up, supporters answered the call, raising over $10,000 on GoFundMe and Facebook to help.
People are coming out of the woodworks to help, which is, I mean, will restore anyone's faith in humanity.
But investigators say it was all a lie perpetuated by Smith to dupe Good Samaritans into giving her money for a disease they say she didn't have, a hoax that led to her arrest. Her story gained added attention in July.
I'll be looking forward to posting that I'm in remission.
When Smith was invited to speak about her diagnosis on the podcast, The Ever-Evolving Truth.
The doctor is taking my history as he's looking at my blood work, and he's like, I really think you have colon cancer. I actually have some chemo burns right now. People have tried to say I'm scamming people. If anyone straight up came up to me and was like, I think you're faking this, I literally would say, okay, you're coming to chemo with me on Monday.
She reappeared on the podcast.
Okay, bring them.
4 days later, taking aim at the people accusing her of lying.
Here is my fitness for duty form with the word cancer on it.
Smith stood by her story, but what she didn't know was that police were already investigating after they say her own husband came forward telling them he did not believe his wife had cancer. According to police, Jessica's story began to unravel. They say her doctor told them those photos, which she claimed showed her receiving chemotherapy, was not chemotherapy at all, but an iron infusion for anemia. Meanwhile, Smith is facing separate charges in Delaware for identity theft and criminal impersonation of a law enforcement officer.
The troubling
She's just hitting lots of different crimes.
Video shows
eclectic.
Homestead Corrections Officer Lester Brown escorting a handcuffed inmate.
Doesn't chemo take eyebrows too? I was under the impression that it did.
Into the booking area. Watch as Brown.
I was under the impression it did basically all hair.
Brown shoves the inmate from behind, sending him tumbling face first into a concrete wall, causing him to bleed from the head, requiring a trip to the hospital. Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle says Officer Brown lied on his written report about the incident, claiming Alvarado was combative and tried to attack officers. She said video contradicts those claims, showing Alvarado calmly walking in without a struggle. Brown also claimed...
Miscellaneous, thanks for 9 months, says, wah, wah. This stream baby's name is going to be Burt Macklin, FBI.
The inmate fell forward into the wall. Brown is now charged with felony battery and official misconduct. Homestead's chief of police also condemning his officer's actions.
I understand that you have had patients that have stood up and walked away from wheelchairs.
who have ALS.
There have been patients that have improved to that extent.
You've reversed the condition.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Stowe, the trouble is that you're a con man.
Really?
You're lying about this protocol. You've lied about your association with the University of Texas. You've lied about your work with the FDA. And now you're lying to these gentlemen about what they can expect.
And why do you say that?
Nobody at the FDA knows anything about any of this. And the University of Texas is not going to be starting a regenerative medicine clinic with your name on it.
Really?
Is that a treatment that would allow them to stand up out of a wheelchair and walk away?
With an ALS patient? No, we've done it with MS patients.
I don't believe that's what they understood.
Well,
I don't believe that's what you told them.
Then they weren't listening.
Can you give, actually, we
told
were
them.
listening
Okay.
very carefully.
Okay, do you have the tape recordings?
I do.
Pull them out.
This was your meeting in Houston
Right.
just a few weeks ago.
Citosaurus says, anytime there's a protocol, 99.9% of the time, it's a massive scam. Jeeba Hawk with 50 bits.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, if I opt for the permanent fix, will it keep me out of a wheelchair?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. No, we've had a number of ALS, patients be able to get out of their wheelchairs.
That's not true, is it?
The Stowe Foundation has not.
You told Steve that you were going to keep him out of a wheelchair. That's not true either, is it?
No, that's very true.
You're going to sit here after seeing that, and you're going to look this man in the face and tell him that he's going to stay out of a wheelchair? I mean, that's cruel.
I couldn't tell you about. I've never used a dating site, so I can't really give you any. Maybe someone in chat can let you know.
Really?
We wondered what Stowe would say to the idea of giving Michael Martin his $47,000 back.
Has he asked for it?
I'm asking.
We'd give it back to him.
Now that's a deal I'd like to make.
Really? Okay. Fine.
Of course, that refund never came.
Now, you're not running away on me, are you?
Well, I was planning on leaving, yes.
Okay.
I think I'm done.
All right.
Thank you.
You've just cost this man his life. I want you to know that.
You know, I don't think so.
Okay.
In October, Jennings claimed she developed a rare muscle disorder called dystonia after getting a seasonal flu shot. The illness made it tough for her to talk.
Oh, she's one of those anti-vax liars. I hate these people.
Even more bizarre, Jennings had trouble walking forward but not walking backwards. And she could run but couldn't stop easily.
It's heartbreaking to see it.
I want people to look at me and know this couldn't happen.
But look at Jennings now. Inside Edition supplied this video of her walking normally, playing with her dogs, shopping, and even driving. Inside Edition had been secretly taping Jennings for weeks.
We've been trying to reach you and you have not been returning our phone calls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on? It looks like you've made a complete recovery.
Well, I don't want to say complete recovery. I still have a lot of cognitive issues.
Inside Edition obtained this official report on Jennings' case by the Centers for Disease Control. It says the admitting neurologist thought there was a psychogenic component. Psychogenic meaning a mental or psychological cause for the symptoms. Jennings.
That's being quite generous. I'd just say she's lying, but.
Calls the idea that her illness is all in her head crazy.
I mean, people are free to believe whatever they want, but, clearly what I've been going through, I know it's not psychogenic, and it's not a hoax.
By now, you've probably noticed Jennings spoke with a foreign accent that she'd never had before.
I'm from Ohio. I should not be talking like this.
There's no way a flu shot can cause someone's accent to change.
I am from Michigan. I should not be talking like this. I do not understand what has happened. Why has Pfizer done this to me? My wife is going to be very upset when she finds that I can only speak like this now. I trade.
More thing to notice, when Inside Edition first approached Jennings in this parking lot, she seemed to be walking normally. But after their interview, She walked to her car sideways, saying it was dystonia.
Last year, Kate McClure's seemingly heartwarming story went viral. She said she was stranded on the outskirts.
Rublum tips $7.50. Oh, she's a psycho, all right. Thanks. By the way, the tip link, I've said this a couple times, but I have fixed it. It is fixed. It no longer has my dead name, so that's good.
Outskirts of Philadelphia, when homeless veteran Johnny Bobbitt Jr. spent his last $20 to buy her gas.
I was driving down 95 and ran out of gas, so I pulled over to the side of the road.
You know, she needed the help. She took the help.
With the title Paying It Forward, the GoFundMe page, coordinated by McClure and her then boyfriend Mark D'Amico, raised more than $400,000.
It's like winning the lottery.
But the ruse unraveled in a shocking twist.
The entire campaign was predicated on a lie.
Authorities say it was all a coordinated
No, hats off will be back.
Scam from the start. The cover photo on the page, staged. They say all three were in on the elaborate hoax.
D'Amico, McClure, and Bobbitt conspired to pass off a fake, feel-good story that would compel donors to contribute to their cause.
McClure and Bobbitt both pled guilty in federal court. D'Amico has pleaded not guilty. Colorado mom Kelly Renee Turner's bucket list for her terminally ill daughter went viral in 2017. Her story even made its way to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, this one's really bad. If I remember correctly, she killed her daughter and then moved on to the next one with the Munchausen's by proxy stuff.
7-year-old Olivia Gaunt died from what her mother claimed was a rare disease.
And we don't know how much longer she has.
But authorities now say it was all a lie.
The first child dies, the mother then induces illness on yet another child so she can continue this fraud, continue getting attention.
Turner was indicted on 2 counts of murder and 11 other charges, including receiving fraudulent Medicaid payments of more than $500,000 and theft associated with a GoFundMe account.
Several years later, it was told to me that the cells had developed into cancer.
Honest Noir says, fuck her, jail.
And so we had to do more procedures and treatment that time.
Wasn't there a show about this? You might be thinking of the other show where it was a Munchausen's by proxy case, where the mom was lying about the age of her daughter and was saying she was a minor even though she wasn't, where the daughter killed the mom or had the boyfriend kill the mom.
And at that time, I did lose my hair, and it was a very scary, emotional time in my life.
You said you lost your hair, but you didn't. You shaved your head.
In the beginning, I shaved my head to where my hair was very short, yes.
You put our producer on the phone with a nurse, Sharon Hodges.
Yes.
She
like the third act story from The Sixth Sense, yeah.
Treated you?
Well, she was one of the nurses there.
She told the producer that you went through cancer treatments, several months of chemo in 2012. Because when you called Sharon Hodges on your cell phone, the name Jenny came up in the screen.
No, well, yeah, because I know Sharon.
But you have Sharon in your cell phone under Jenny?
No. I called Jenny's phone. I said, is this Sharon? She said, no, she said, this is Jenny, Carrie. I was like, oh, I need to talk to Sharon.
Why would Sharon be with Jenny?
Because we were all friends. Does that not make sense?
Not at all.
Okay.
We called back to that hospital and asked for Sharon Hodges.
Okay.
And they said there's no Sharon Hodges that works there. When you put our producer on the phone this morning speaking to Sharon Hodges, they were actually speaking to Jenny.
No, that still wasn't Jenny.
Who was it?
Her name is Sharon.
What was she doing at Jenny's house?
They are neighbors now. I know it seems so coincidental.
She said she had just months to live.
Isn't there any other way to get his attention besides telling him you're dying of cancer?
I'm the mother of his children, and he wouldn't call me.
Jessica showed him a letter from a doctor. It said she was dying.
Oh, God. Annie Kai, thanks for 11 months.
Did the ruse work? Did he come back?
He insisted that I moved in right away.
So it worked, the lie.
She cut off her hair and wore a wig at her wedding to make it look like she'd had chemotherapy. And get this.
Did you pretend to go to cancer treatment?
Maybe
sessions,
what,
or-
like 3 or 4 times at max.
Yeah.
She would have...
Wait, he's still with her?
Her mother drop her off at the doctor's office.
What would you go do?
Nothing. Just sit there.
When people began donating things for the wedding, Mike was touched and called the newspaper, suggesting they do a story about the community's generosity.
He goes, hey, guess what? There's going to be an article about our wedding. And I was like, to myself, my inner monologue, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot get out of this.
The article prompted even more donations.
You got a free wedding dress. You got free rings.
Those are all.
You got a free honeymoon. You got free airfare to Aruba for the honeymoon.
Well, it wasn't free.
Flowers, hair and makeup for you, and 7 bridal attendants.
But even as she sobbed her vows, Jessica was still lying.
As I become your wife, I want you to know the day I'm no longer physically here, I will always kiss you goodnight.
Even during this lovely wedding, you're still lying.
During the vows, yeah, because that was part of, we decided to write personal vows, and I had to mention that.
Called the doctor.
She just has no remorse for this whatsoever, does she? She's like, of course, yeah, I lied about having a terminal disease that affects countless people every year. What of it?
And gave them her name and her social security. And they asked for the letter, so I scanned it and emailed it. And they said, what is this? And I said, oh boy.
The good news? His new bride wasn't dying of cancer. The bad news? She never had been. The whole thing was a hoax.
So what do you feel at that point? Anger?
I was enraged.
Once he knew his wife would live, Mike dumped her and made another call to the newspaper. The public punishment began immediately.
Turns out she's perfectly healthy, and now she's been indicted for duping the community.
Tabloids, television, and internet scorning her as a shameful sicko, a gold-digging bridezilla. Jessica traded her white dress for an orange jumpsuit when she was arrested and spent 50 days in jail. But things are looking up for her now. Her husband Mike has taken her back.
Why?
I tried to hate her.
I would never trust her again. What kind of psychopath does that? That's so messed up.
It was an act.
You can't help who you love.
So how many of those people we see at your wedding dancing and drinking and celebrating, how many of those people do you still speak to?
None.
This woman was being tried for a DUI in court. As it went along, it was discovered that the information provided by the cop who arrested her was questionable.
I don't know what was going on. All I know I was crying.
The officer said he didn't ask her to do a breathalyzer test because no one from the sheriff's office was available to do it. Even so, he indicated she had an unlawful blood or breath alcohol level, which automatically suspended her license for 6 months.
The evidence showed there are breath test operators always available to give a breath test, and that this officer said that there is not, which is not true.
But you did not know what her blood or breath alcohol was at all, did you?
That's correct.
Were you drunk?
Oh no, excuse me, I'm sorry.
The jury found her guilty, but Seminole County Judge Fred Schott threw out the verdict and went on a tirade accusing the officer of lying and even of maybe breaking the law.
The DMV is in charge of suspending licenses.
Yeah, when officers lie to them.
Correct, Your Honor, and that's why Patriot...
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely not,
citation.
Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing.
The state's position
I'm dismissing.
You cannot summarily dismiss, Your Honor, without
a motion
for us to be able to respond to.
No, I'm dismissing the charge. So take it up on appeal with him lying about it. The case should have never been done. Never.
Young Jasmine shot dead in a drive-by shooting that hooked the nation, mainly because of a description of the gunman as given the day of the shooting by Jasmine's
Oh my God, is it Lord Farquaad?
mother and her sisters.
Those sisters again said that that's exactly what the shooter looked like.
But we now know this wasn't a hate crime, at least racial prejudice wasn't the driver, as investigators arrested and charged 2 black men in connection with Jasmine's killing. The man in the sketch, the Harris County Sheriff's Office now believes, is a witness who was driving this red truck, speeding in an attempt to flee. So how'd this happen? What led LaPortia Washington to believe that they were shot because they're black?
And let me touch on that. And when we went to the hospital, that wasn't crossing her mind.
Buffin says once word about the shooting became news, it went viral. From there, activists swarmed her family, listening to LaPortia and her daughter's description of a white gunman, telling them this was likely
Kamari
a hate
Hayes,
crime.
thanks for the follow.
We trust me, we tried. We was in distress. We apologize. We apologize.
Despite the arrests of 2 men identified as suspects, Cantrell says as recent as today, there have been threatening comments on her Facebook page because of a link drawn between her uncle, Robert Cantrell, and the sketch the Harris County Sheriff's Office released last Thursday. Activist Sean King, with 1 million followers, spread it even farther. Haley, who fears for her uncle and her family's safety, wants this to spread too. He is innocent of this terrible crime.
Man wrongly accused of killing a 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes found dead in a jail cell.
A beautiful law school graduate vanishes. Police find a female torso.
He didn't say a body.
Is that Ice Cube?
He said a torso.
Knowing now that McDaniel had murdered and dismembered Giddings, the interview provides a glimpse.
Oh, this is nuts. This dude murdered this woman. Ice-T, sorry. This guy murdered a woman and then went on the air and lied about it.
Glimpse inside the mind of a killer as he builds his story and his alibi. Take a look.
Person that was living there?
Yeah, Lauren was...
I believe he finds out live on camera that they found her body, and he is clearly shaken up about it because he knows he's about to get caught.
It's my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time or anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see her?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So
yeah, that's the moment he realized he's fucked.
Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
He pleads guilty to the murder of Lauren Giddings, receiving a life sentence.
Margaret Archer is grieving the loss of her son's fiancée, Jody Myers, who's vanished without a trace.
I would like Jody to at least contact somebody, because this is getting really bad. We miss her. We want her to come home.
Jody's fiancé, Neil Archer, is upset too and pleads for the mother of their 2-year-old son to come home.
Well, if she is listening, I just want her to know that we all do love her and miss her dearly, and we would really like her to come home.
Margaret and Neil know the nation is watching, wiping away the tears, playing the part well. But if you look a little closer, you'll see they're not real tears at all. It's just one big act.
Just for the record, I mean, did you kill Jody?
No, I did not. I would never harm her. She was
Stop.
the love of my life.
She was the love of my life. Was talking past tense.
Red flag, big red flag.
So you're not a murderer, you're not a killer?
No, I'm not. I've never harmed anyone in that way, so I would never harm anyone in that way.
Neil Archer and his mother did those TV interviews just here, telling the world how much they missed their beautiful Jodie. All the while, her lifeless body was lying in a shallow grave under a layer of cement less than 10 metres away, out the back of the house.
Neil was charged with murder. He'd strangled Jodie to death with a cord from this hoodie he wore during one of his TV interviews.
What?
Margaret Archer was charged with helping her son cover up Jodie's murder.
Shafilia Ahmed, a 17-year-old schoolgirl murdered by her own parents. Why? Because they thought she was becoming too westernised and were ashamed of her. When her body was found early in 2004, Iftikhar and Farzana Ahmed played the part of the devastated parents. A picture of grief and innocence. They appealed for help.
I mean, we just wish for somebody could tell us what happened to her. We appeal to the public, if anybody knows anything, to come forward.
But they knew exactly what had happened. They had killed
G-Tara, thanks for gifting 2 Tier 1 subs.
Shafilia with their bare hands, using a plastic bag to suffocate her.
It was because they were Muslims, he said, that they were being victimised.
That is the attitude they come up with.
Suggesting what?
Suggesting that you Muslim people do these things.
Do what?
Would we kill our own daughter?
Oh, would you?
Never. Couldn't even dream of it.
Later came the tears. And then the defiance.
When the police are implying those things on you, right, without any evidence, there's nothing that we can do about it. It's just like, just bear it, like, until the truth actually comes out.
The lie held for 7 years until another of their daughters came forward with the truth. 23-year-old Alicia Ahmed gave evidence from behind a screen in their trial, telling the court she had seen both her parents suffocate her sister and then wrap her body up in bin bags.
Jesus.
And it was that damning evidence which finally saw the Ahmeds convicted of murder.
Jailed for at least 25 years each for murdering their own daughter.
Today marks exactly 3 years since Abrahams and her partner Robert Smith disposed of Kaisha's body in bushland near Mount Druitt, later playing innocent for the cameras.
It just makes you sick in the stomach. Can we start again?
Someone must know something.
Here's a tip. Don't murder. That's the tip. Don't murder.
Please come forward.
But right from the start, many close to the family have their suspicions about Kaisha's mother, Christy Abrahams, and stepdad, Rob Smith.
You want to see her? Can I please contact the police?
But a dogged 8-month investigation led to a breakthrough, an undercover officer pretending he could help shift the body in order to win Abraham's trust.
What was she wearing when you buried her?
Yeah, we can be done with the murdery ones. That's really, really, really sad. You know what? We'll watch a quick cleanse. Some old-timey superhero stuff as a cleanse, and then we'll go on to some less dark stuff. 77 Spider-Man on Blu-ray, you cowards.
And he's ready for the adventure that will be the greatest challenge to all his powers. This is the most explosive adventure ever faced by the world's most amazing superhero.
I have one of these old Captain America World War II serials on DVD.
Leaving? The Scarab? Better make a deal, Captain America.
In a few minutes, it will be too late to save Miss Richards.
Tell me where she is.
They changed the backstory of Captain America in this, though. I don't remember if they even call him Steve Rogers, but he's not a soldier in World War II. He's a district attorney that, like, moonlights as Captain America. Morok says, release Japanese Spider-Man on Blu-ray. The guy is important enough to appear in the Spider-Verse comic. I agree. Does he punch Hitler in them? Not to my knowledge.
The girls, where are they?
In a room under number 2 stack.
They're all right.
This isn't Captain America. This is Captain America Death Too Soon, okay? Label your things correctly, YouTube channel.
Watch it!
Cap to that guy.
I want you to remember something when you get out of jail, pal. The old people around here are my friends. And if I ever hear they have problems again, I'm coming after you. You got that?
Only he could defeat a superhuman madman.
They got a fella called the Red Skull heading up their outfit.
Matt Salinger as the Marvel Comics hero.
Matt Salinger is in fact related to J.D. Salinger, by the way.
Captain America.
Batman, how did you get here?
Batman!
Never mind that. Let's get to that cabin.
You think when I feel like this version of Batman specifically, when Superman busts in with super strength and he's standing here dressed like that, he just feels really self-conscious. He's like, well, fuck, I feel like an idiot. That guy has super strength. I'm dressed like this. Logarth says, J.D. Salinger's Hollywood stars and celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Save Martha.
Surprise, a smart fellows like you falling for a racket like this.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Superman, strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond.
All right, I'm gonna skip through and see if there's anything else interesting. Ah, well, 60s Batman, that's classic. 70s Shazam. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Thor. Thor versus Hulk. Odin's beard.
This'll send you back to hell, you ugly troll!
Nothing Stephen Strange learned in medical school.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Prepare him for an attack by an evil sorceress from the 4th dimension. A villainess who can only be stopped by an earthly master of the mystic arts.
Do they have the time he met Matt Murdock? No? That's a shame. All right. Let's find something. I'm gonna start this. I have to pee real quick, but I'll be fast. This is Cheaters Caught, I believe.
How you guys doing? Nina, what's going on here? Tell me what's going on. Who's this guy? That's not your husband, right? No. You don't look like a husband to me. I don't blame you. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm James. I was the best man. This is Nina. This is my best friend's wife. So are you the bartender?
Not only, but yes.
Okay. That's excellent. Well, you guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
I knew then that you were in my life and I would be with you forever. A month ago, I picked this up, and I've been waiting for the right moment to share with the world the way I feel about you. 2 weeks ago, I found out you cheated with my best friend. So I'm gonna keep this and get rid of you, so you get out of my life. But if you're shocked and hurt now, imagine the way I felt when I found out.
What is this? What the heck are you doing, Ab? That's what? That's the crudest thing I've ever seen. That's terrible.
Oh my god.
I don't care. That's terrible.
Cheating is terrible.
Do you guys want to play Two Truths and a Lie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm blonde. I used to play competitive basketball.
Okay, obviously not.
And Victoria's been sleeping with my boyfriend.
Are you kidding? What?
You've been sleeping with my boyfriend. I know.
Can you turn the phone off?
No.
Mads,
You've
are you
been
fucking kidding me?
No.
Turn the phone off.
No.
This isn't funny. Madison, turn the phone off. Stop.
Ustedes saben que estoy esperando un hijo, ¿ya? Acá tengo...
It said, you know, I'm expecting a son, and here I have the pregnancy test results.
La prueba de embarazo. Ustedes saben que voy a ser papá.
Y'all know I'm going to be a father, but guess what? There's one important detail left out. My love, I have the proof that you're not really 4 months pregnant. Oh no! But in fact, 6 months! What's going on? Please explain this. Calm down, my love. I just want to clarify this important detail. Please. My lawyer and I have all the documents to prove this claim.
Abogado, continuemos. Acá tengo todo lo que es la casa, el documento, que otra vez está acá a nombre mío, pero ¿cuál es el argumento?
But what is the reason for my argument, you say? I have proof that you've been lying to me for the past 3 years.
De los 3 años de engaño que tuve yo.
And cheating on me behind my back.
Hija, ¿de qué está hablando tu esposo? Ese video que lo envío.
That child is not mine, but in fact, this gentleman here, who is supposed to be my great friend, please don't lie, because this shower is, God, they put white text with no border. It's really hard to read. This shower is for these two, not me. Let the party continue. Carry on.
A gift for me?
This one's fake. I've seen it before.
What is it?
Oh no.
You're just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait.
Okay. What do I do with the cards?
So you just drop them.
Like all at the same time?
Yeah, it's part of the surprise.
Okay.
No, just one at a time. One at a time.
Okay. All right. When do I get my surprise?
Right when you finish dropping all the cards.
That guy looks like Coach Red Pill. This isn't Gonzalo Lira, is it? Protecting the country, air quotes.
Is it shiny?
No. No, this is definitely not shiny.
Does it go real fast?
Potentially.
Is it a trip? Am I gonna go somewhere exotic?
It's gonna be something you need.
I hope it's not like an appliance. That's boring.
Harold Elbowman with 8 months says, 8 months, this baby is getting big.
I got
True.
vacuum.
And I promise it's mine. Yours. That wouldn't make sense to say I promise. Well, whatever.
Wow. The birds are excited too. Ooh, I think there's just 2 left.
I think it's probably fake too, but I'm at least interested in the melodrama here. Yeah, nah, I don't think she slept with the step.
Yep.
Let's see the fake reaction.
Hey, honey.
Oh, that's really bad fake acting. Fake acting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, wait.
Yeah, that's quite bad.
Family, you abandoned your
left
family.
me. Are you?
And the Emmy goes to...
Hey, what's going on? What's up? You're fucked.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Cheating on me?
No.
Hey, get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Go on.
Sounded like their kid was home, too. That's fucked. I mean, it's screwed up anyway, but, like, also while the kid is home? My god.
Fucking Jody? Yeah, I bet. She's
fucking Jody.
Your niece now, huh? You're lucky I don't beat your fucking ass, bitch. Hey, what's your name and rank, dude? What's your name and rank, bitch? Hey, look at the camera. Look at the fucking camera. Yeah, you're fucked, dude. Say goodbye to your fucking rank, bitch.
Catch a cheating girl right now. Yo, Alana.
A guy cheated on his girlfriend at a restaurant you worked at and had sex near the trash cans, right? By the dumpster, yes. And if anyone here has ever worked at a fast food restaurant, you know the dumpster smells so bad. So yeah, he cheated on his wife with a woman, a very young woman. I think she was of age. I'm not positive, though. But I'm gonna guess she was at least 18. And yeah, they had sex out by the dumpsters. His partner stayed with him. They're married and have kids. Just saying.
So, what happened? Why are you playing both of us? Telling us the same exact thing, Alana. Why? Why are you doing us both wrong, Alana? This isn't right. You're telling us the same exact thing. You were with me last night, weren't you? We had sex last night, didn't we?
Did?
We did?
Okay. Yeah.
When was the last time she had sex with you?
Okay, we had sex last night.
We did.
We had sex last night.
We did.
Okay.
Alana, you're caught. You did us both wrong. It's okay, bro. Alana, it's okay. You played us both. We agreed upon this. Yes, she has all your stuff at the house. You know what she told me about the 3 kids and all that in your house? That it was her aunt's house.
I told you for a fact, Ian.
And she was in the bathroom and all.
Text you, same baby.
Yeah, she did. And then what did she text you at the same exact time? At the same exact time, bro. You're doing us both wrong.
Babe, please give me my phone back.
No.
Give me my fucking phone back.
No.
Don't go to my group chat, please.
No.
That's for the boys.
It's for the boys. Also seems fake. What else? How much time is left? Enough that we should do more. Let's see.
So we've got the
Oh god, it's all like Maury and stuff. I don't like Maury. Seen that one. Seen that. Jerry Springer.
Let's look at 7 frauds who were exposed on television. Number 1, Uri Geller appears on The Tonight Show. Uri Geller claims to have psychic powers, including the ability to bend spoons with his own mind. Geller began gaining recognition on television as he demonstrated what he claimed were examples of mind over matter. Naturally, there were skeptics who claimed that Geller was using sleight of hand to simulate psychic powers. In 1973, Johnny Carson, the host of the wildly popular late-night show The Tonight Show, invited Geller onto his program, determined to discover if he was the real deal or just a fraud. Carson was an amateur magician and called on professional magician James Randi to help evaluate Geller's claims. Randi helped ensure that Geller had no access to any of the props he had expected to use. What happened next became what has been called a legendary immolation, as Geller could not perform a single trick. Ironically though, the embarrassing appearance led to many more television appearances for Geller, as Randi spent the next few decades exposing how Geller used sleight of hand, not psychic power, to perform his feats. The Randi-Uri feud became the stuff of legend as Geller continued his claims to superpowers, and Randi repeatedly calling him out.
You don't know who James Randi is? James Randi was a really cool guy. James Randi was a magician and skeptic. So James Randi would do TV specials and other public appearances where he would basically call out frauds and show how they do their tricks or how they do their psychic stuff. Their air quote psychic stuff, and basically debunk their claims of supernatural ability. He would put up like controlled tests on television and stuff showing how they were actually doing things, preventing them from doing it how they actually did it, but would still allow them to do it if they actually had these psychic powers. And he debunked them every time. He was a really cool guy.
Number 2, No Touch Kit.
Yeah, he came out very, very late in his life. Very, very late.
Oh, wouldn't it be great to be able to knock out an aggressor without laying a hand on them? Now, while
I love the
heard
fake
of martial artists using
people.
pressure points to take opponents out, martial artist George Dillman claims he can manipulate a person's chi, or personal energy, to knock them out without even touching them. Dillman, a well-known karate instructor, had won hundreds of tournaments and demonstrated his pressure points techniques and no-contact knockouts numerous times. In 2005, Dillman's knockout was called into play on an episode of National Geographic Channel's Is It Real program. The episode featured one of Dillman's students attempting a no-touch knockout on Luigi.
I gotta find a compilation of, like, fake martial arts.
Fools! If I'm not making over $100,000, I'm not doing it. Okay. He doesn't even... Martial art masters on this list are pretty lazy, with your no-touch knockouts or your chi balls of energy. But this guy is beyond that.
Alright, oh, the chest swap. Yeah, of course it makes you fall down. He touches the hip, touches the head, and then falls. Leg swap. Oh, back swap. Yeah, that's the swap. He doesn't even need to stand to do this, right? So strong, he touches you and you go flying. Look at this gear. Oh.
It's such an emperor has no clothes situation. I can't believe this works in real life.
Resist. The other guy's trying to resist. You don't resist with the master. Puts his little stubby leg on top of the head. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're stuck. Oh, little finger.
He can kick your ass while still sitting on his chair. This part here is the only real part of this entire video, because he fell off his chair onto this poor guy and was laying his entire weight on him, and the guy is legit in pain and trying to get away. But there's a reason he's on the chair. He can't get up from the ground. So this guy died. Yeah, he died. Sad, really.
Rachology says the Uri Geller Museum YouTube channel currently has a total of 3 whole subscribers.
What the hell? This guy has mixed dancing with martial arts, and not in a good way like Vasily Lomachenko.
Incorporate dance. In fact, some of them can be classified as only dance. But this one took it to the extreme on both levels.
He has mixed like 3 different dancing styles into one hilarious martial art. And of course, it comes from Russia. Those are some pretty good pirouettes, and the way the other guy throws the kicks right to his hands is just amazing. Almost like they are being attracted to his blocking. Okay, well, except for that last one, because he had to hold it back because he was about to take off his head.
Jitara says, the fake martial arts thing reminds me of the urban survival training guy. He tells you to actively fist fight people pointing guns at you. Yeah, awful, awful, awful advice. You know what you do if someone points a gun at you and says to give him your wallet? You give him your wallet.
I have no idea what this is, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty insane. This guy appears to have mastered the art of the rope exercise, and he will make you move just like the rope by just barely moving his arms. Why are there so many white people here falling for this guy's bullcrap? Are they so lost and just need anything to belong to, even if it means you have to hop around like a freaking kangaroo?
By the way, I watched Ip Man for the first time the other day. Man, that was a good-ass movie. I'm excited to watch the next 3.
Master Juka.
I've been into martial arts movies recently. I watched Police Story for the first time a little while back. That was really good. I have the second one that I'm gonna watch. If anyone has any martial arts movies that they would recommend, let me know.
Master an empty force, and he can knock your ass out without even touching you, and apparently not even being close to you. Skeptics in Barcelona made him look like an idiot, so you should go see that video. It's pretty
Cyber
funny.
Razor, thanks for following. Miami Connection. It's funny you mentioned that, because I think Vinegar Syndrome is putting out Miami Connection on Blu-ray. I've not seen the raid. Showdown in Little Tokyo? Okay.
I mean, just look at this part. It looks like the olden times, when men would invite women to go dancing with them, and they would lead them to the dance floor just like this. Except this guy is going to go paralyze you using only his chi. Amazing. This is a Vietnamese martial artist who is so strong that he can make his opponents do a really terrible robot dance.
Oh no.
I know in China there is a guy who tries to debunk some of these fake martial arts things, and he beats the actual crap out of them. Like, of course, it's a consensual fight. The fights are consensual. It's just, he, of course, wins because he actually knows how to fight. I'm trying to figure out what the guy's name is, though. What is the guy's name?
This is Tai Chi Master Wei Lei, and he claims he can penetrate a watermelon with one slap. The outside appears fine, but
knocking out your opponent with a well-crafted Twitter shit pose.
When it's cut open, there's an obvious rotten spot lining up with the part where he touched. Is this real?
Chocolate. Okay. That's his name. Zhu Ziadong. Yeah, so this is ridiculous. China, Tim81, thanks for following. The Chinese government hates this guy. They absolutely hate him because the Chinese martial arts, which, by the way, are very cool. I have nothing against Chinese martial arts. I enjoy them. I think they're cool, like, sports. I think they're cool, like, if you're talking about some of the more, like, performative ones that are very, like, for show, like you see in movies and stuff. Excellent. Very cool thing to study, get you in shape and, like, and strong. That's awesome, okay? Nothing against it. But the MMA guy is like, this isn't really practical in terms of actually defending yourself. It only works very well if you're fighting someone who is also using the same martial art as you, because you have sort of the same etiquette and understand you're working with the same move sets. But if you're in a real fight, it's not super helpful. So anyway, he goes and he fights these martial arts people, and China doesn't like this because they think it makes their culture look bad or something. So his social credit score in China, which you know is a thing, is dog shit and is dropped because of this. So, like, he's not allowed to fly on airplanes, even domestically in China and stuff. Anyway, they set up this fight for him, and it's such a scam. He beats the crap out of this guy the whole fight, and then they call it a draw, even though it's not even close to a draw. It's ridiculous.
好，不许击打后脑，不许插眼，不许踢裆。好了，比赛开始了。哦。好，到地面就没有了，到地面就没有了。好，到地面就没有了。好，场边可以指导，是可以指导的。好，这一拳确实很快啊。好。 回到原位，再次摔倒，没有关系。但是我们看到，实际上这个，我们能够看到这个咏春的实战能力啊，实战能力，挺好，还真的不错。好，我们看一下表现，这是一个里程，哎，指导，哎，不要打，不要打
That sucks.
差一点，差一点，差一点啊，差一点。好，没关系，没关系，没关系啊。
Spazzy Shinobi says, what's funny is this guy's a teacher now. He even admits that he isn't a good fighter anymore due to his age. He can still kick the asses of these guys. And Evil Dead Guy says, sadly, Jackie Chan has picked the Chinese government as a side. They probably paid him off. Yeah, I've heard. I think he also disowned his daughter because she was gay or something. It's really stupid. I still enjoy Jackie Chan movies, but I don't like him as a person. Yeah, he just absolutely destroys this guy.
好，我们抓紧时间，还有多长时间？计时，还有多长时间？还有1分10秒啊！1分10秒，现在指下去。我们医生确定一下，还可以吗？还可以吗？丁老师，不行的话，我们可以就是取消，我们可以取消。 然后我们慢慢的再探讨，可以吗，丁老师？还有1分钟啊，丁老师，还有1分钟啊，我们只打一局，1分钟，最后1分钟。我觉得刚才丁老师
No, that's a design on his shirt. It's not what. Overthought says even Herb Dean would have stopped this fight by now. I don't get that reference.
咏春的技法。好，那么。
Oh, Ooh, did he throw him head first into the pillar? It's like, I feel bad at this point because he's just absolutely beating the crap out of him. It's not even a fair fight. Like, it's fair in the sense that they both agreed to it, like, but like, come on. Yeah, so he just beats the crap out of him. Absolutely, it's not even close. I'm just gonna skip ahead to like the you get it. He beats the crap out of him. It's ridiculous. And then here's where they call it a draw because they're dishonest fucks. Is the UFC ref famous for letting fights go too long? Okay, I'm not familiar with UFC stuff. Too brutal as a combat sport for me. I had a passing interest in boxing when I was younger because I was a big fan of the Rocky movies, so for a little bit I'd watch like actual boxing matches and stuff. And I find that interesting, but MMA is just too hardcore for me. It's so bloody, it's bad. Not that there's if you like it, I got nothing against it. They're all there voluntarily. I just don't like it. Hydrate.
我觉得还用宣判比分吗？我觉得两个人都是胜利者。
Look at his face. He's like, "Yep, this is bullshit."
中国功夫加油！中国武术加油！无论是现代搏击，无论是中国武术，我们都把它叫做中国功夫。
Yeah, he doesn't care. He does that, I don't know if he still does it, I guess, but yeah, he did that for a while, and he got in a lot of shit for it. It's a shame. Scammers.
Okay,
sorry about the newspaper.
Oh, my God. I don't know how that happened. I don't know who did that. Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Well, I didn't know this is brand new in the box, and I didn't know if it was,
Okay.
yeah, you could take this off, and then you can see, I didn't even want to take it out of the inside box.
That doesn't look brand new in the box. That opened way too easily.
In a box, so I didn't mess with it any further. So
Oh, the rest looks pretty sealed. But it came open real easy for something in the box.
And my intention would be to come back and buy it back from you.
Okay. Well, it's open on this side.
I see. I didn't see that because I didn't open it. I didn't want to mess with it.
Let's see. And we got newspaper.
It was just full of newspaper. Come on. You think he wasn't gonna look at it? Really? That's so stupid.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Oh my
How did
God.
this very real power tool get full of newspaper?
That's really interesting. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
And this newspaper is from 2008, so it's been sitting here for over 11 years.
Well, it was in a storage
Okay.
thing, and oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah, that's why I like to check everything,
well,
you know?
I would have if I would have saved myself a trip had I taken it. I thought it was totally sealed,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to unseal it. Oh, well, okay.
Alright, no problem. Well, you still want it or is it garbage? I mean,
I'll just take it home
Okay.
and use it for.
She's gonna try somewhere else, different pawn shop that's less thorough.
In the recycle. Okay, well that doesn't work. Do you do trains at all?
yeah, we do. Same trains we have.
Well, I have LGB and MTH.
Yeah, I would be interested.
Okay.
I just gotta look up every single model, if it's
Yeah.
engines or just the cards, you know, every one of them will go for a different price. So.
Oh, sure, sure. Is it like how much of the actual retail value are you able to lend on it, like a percentage?
Well, we actually don't do loans here.
Oh, it's not a loan. Oh,
We buy, sell, and trade. I can buy anything from you,
right.
but I can't give you a loan. Crystal Lake doesn't allow us to
Well,
do
not
any
a
loans.
loan, but I would
You can buy it back
back
later,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So,
what
for
I-
example, let's say, you know, I would buy this from
If
you
it-
for
if it-
$75, for example.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go on the floor, let's say, for 125.
Right.
And then you can have an option, you know. In a real Movado retail store, why
Not a
wouldn't it be
retail, an outlet. Actually.
Well, even an
Is she trying to
outlet,
scam
it
with
would be a
another
real
item?
Movado.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go on a floor. I would think it has a cash value.
Yeah, once
But-
you give them the PIN number under these, you have to scratch that off, and then they authenticate it with the PIN number, and then it's as good as cash when you're getting tickets. So that's the only way it's useful.
Well, not necessarily true. See what just happened here? Now, she just went outside. She's paper.
Oh my God! I don't know who did that. Why would we do that?
So did you guys see what just happened here? Now, she just went outside. She says she has some Movado watches that she wants to bring in. What a scam artist. Classic. We'll see what she brings in. Kind of curious now.
I like this guy. I'm subscribing to his YouTube channel. I would like to see more people trying to scam him and him making fun of them.
Unbelievable, huh? That's why this job is never boring.
Here's a link to his channel if you want to check it out.
Let me ask you this. Where are you getting all this, like, Movado watches and stuff?
Well, I've had them.
I like that Incredible Hulk poster with the first appearance of Wolverine. I'll take that, please.
I mean, it's,
And it looks like it's wooden, so it doesn't need a frame.
it's not stolen if that's what you're getting.
How much?
It's also not real, but
Oh, it's not. Oh,
it's not a
okay.
Movado watch.
Well,
First thing-
we bought it at Movado in California at a Movado
181
retail outlet.
Did you know
So
the issue off the top of
maybe
your head?
that's
I
why
swear to
it's
God
not
if you did.
But I bought
If
it
you
at
bought
Movado.
it, if
Let's
you
see.
bought it in a real Movado retail store, why
Not a
wouldn't it be
retail,
real?
an outlet. Actually,
Oh my God, it
even
is.
an
You
outlet,
nerd.
It would be a real Movado
That's
watch.
wonderful.
Yeah. So and it's not real.
Well, it's not.
Okay.
No, first of all, the weight is not there. The size of this watch is not there.
Okay.
Their name is
I
not
can
on the
ask-
back.
I'm very proud to soon be your daughter-in-law.
I
you
can
know?
actually tell you where I bought it. It's at an outlet mall in
What
California.
else we got here? A fossil?
Well, no, that's actually a knife inside.
Oh, it's a knife.
Hmm.
Who is this made by?
I don't know.
What was 181? It's Hulk issue 181.
Homemade
The first appearance of Wolverine.
Okay. What else we got?
And see, this even came with the.
You ever see that Rico again?
Operating manual, huh?
I guess I should go back to Movado and say, how would you sell me counterfeit?
She sucks. She's not even a good scammer.
Or like a flea market stand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Locksmith scammer? How's that work?
Andrew here with Andrew's Lock and Key. Today I had a gentleman call me who was locked out of his Ford Fusion. I quoted him a $65 unlock fee. He told me another gentleman had quoted him $43 and that he was going to go with him. I said, okay, call me back if you need me. I'm not too far away from you, about 10 minutes. Well, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, he called me back and said, asked me if my $65 was the flat rate. I said, yeah, that's all you get charged. He said, well, there was a gentleman there trying to charge him upwards of $300. I said, hold on, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. It's a big problem in our industry. We have a lot of scammers who like to scam people out of money. This is the first one I've ever caught on film myself. But I had a little conversation with him. I was vulgar toward him. I was not very nice. I apologize for any of the younger viewers out there. So viewer discretion advised. But this is the same company that Channel 3 does a story on called 3 on Your Side here locally in the Phoenix metropolitan area. And it's the same company, just different phone numbers now. Same logo on the shirt and everything. Also showing up in not in a work truck or in any type of other than a personal vehicle. I know there's a lot of locksmiths out there that drive personal vehicles, but most of them are not gonna scam you.
Yeah, that is insane. I think my ex had to hire a locksmith once, and it was not that expensive.
If they're a legitimate locksmith.
It was like 50, 60, somewhere in there.
Take a look at how he wrote his billing invoice out. Me and him argued over an invoice being a legal binding contract in the video. So just take a look at it, and we'll come back to you guys after this. Trying to charge this guy $300 to unlock his car? No. How much crack are you smoking, bro? $50. We're way out of the price, bro.
No, that's almost what I told him to charge.
You ain't gonna pay it. I'm just going to work.
Well, I have his keys, so.
Oh, you stole it?
And he signed his invoice.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What company do you work for?
How much do you charge?
$65, man.
65 flat.
$65 flat rate.
Alright, well, that's how much my company charges.
What company?
No.
The company?
No.
Who's your boss?
His name is Tony.
Tony? Give me his phone number.
It's okay. You can go to the office if you'd like.
You're stealing the guy's keys? Just call the cops on him. He can't hold your keys hostage. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, he signed the invoice.
It doesn't matter.
It's an invoice, man.
It's an invoice.
That's a legal contract.
No, it's not. Where's your invoice? Let me see it.
Right to refuse service to anybody.
Your name on it? You got all that stuff on it?
And he telling me it's a cancellation fee, but he don't have no information on no cancellation fee or none of that type of stuff.
They're just trying to track this guy for $44.
That's how much
You're gonna be on my YouTube channel. I've got 1 million YouTube
Hi, Greg.
subscribers. This shit happens all day long. What's your name? I'm Andrew, by the way.
It's Ty.
Hi, Ty.
Nice to meet you.
How long you been a watcher?
2 years.
Do you have a license for this?
Yes. It's in my...
I don't have a license.
No, it's our company.
No, you gotta have it on.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
What's the police number? What's the
911 is that number?
Yeah, it's gonna be the easiest one. Get him out here quick.
So he's operating multiple locksmiths without a license. Apparently, you need a license
I
to be a
say you
locksmith.
charge him $65, and that's what you're gonna charge him, and that's it. And you can set him on his list. That's the fair going rate, man. I'll call my boss. Don't call your boss. That's what you're gonna charge him.
I mean,
You can't reach into his vehicle.
let me talk to my boss.
You $65. The cops are already on their way, dude.
No,
And
I
you're
understand.
You're not gonna get paid when that works, dude.
I understand, but I don't get to choose. I have to talk to my boss. I report to someone.
Maybe she get a different job.
For $2,500. It's kind of similar to that one.
You got paid for it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's literally I have to talk to my boss because that's.
What company did you call?
Or some online?
Yeah.
Just like from the ad, like right off the beginning, or
Yeah, the guy told me $43. It was gonna be $43. Now this guy out here telling me it's gonna be almost $250.
he have you signed before or after he unlocked it?
After.
After?
Yeah.
Okay.
You won't even have it after that's all done.
you. So if you want to use 65.
I'm still might as well just leave, man. You ain't getting any money. He took his keys out of his car. I witnessed that. So,
You didn't witness that at all.
absolutely. You told me it's on camera. So, I witnessed what you did. You gave his keys back, which is the right thing to do, but I just gave you the car key. You're not getting that service.
So why not? Well, I don't get what the issue is.
Because you try to come over here and scam a guy out of money, and then you're matching in my price because I told you what you needed to do your job.
No,
Crazy, man.
I literally go by what my boss told me to do.
Well, I just get a new job because your boss scams people out of a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money.
That's how much he says it costs.
You need to get a different job because you have no idea.
All right, guys, so you could see how this guy was trying to price gouge this gentleman. If you're a consumer, all I can say is buyer beware. Do your research on any service industry, gentleman or company you hire. You know, look at their reviews, look at their names, make sure that their pictures are on their website. You know, do your research, period. That's all I can say. So, in hindsight, we did get the guy back down to $65 for his price. He did get his keys back. Like I said, there was some arguing and me saying some things I probably shouldn't have said, and I don't know. I was very heated at the time. I don't like people in my industry doing that type of thing, and it's a big problem. So at the end of this, he did charge a guy 65 bucks. I walked inside the gas station. Andrew, the guy who was holding the camera at the time filming it, started having a conversation with him. I kind of came into the conversation, and that's the next part you're going to see here real quick, where the guy asks me why I was going to put him on YouTube. And the reason I'm putting you on YouTube is you didn't call me at 5 o'clock like I did. I'd like to have a good interview with you in person to talk about how you got your job, why you got your job, and why you do this and you think that it's okay. So I'm Andrew. I gave you my business card. You know where to find me. So anyway, guys, here's the end of the video.
Honorable company, man. Like I would
because you guys give me a bad name. That's why.
Yeah, okay, we run a locksmith business legitimately. We're not trying to. We're trying to educate you on what you're doing, man. If it's your job, leave off. Say hey.
Posting all over the internet if I don't know.
Because you work for them.
Okay, well.
Go do the research.
Go
do the research.
So you're
go
gonna
do
make
the
me
research.
look bad because
Absolutely,
of the company I work for.
Absolutely.
That's how it works. $15.
All right, let's raid someone. I appreciate you all coming to the stream very much. Had a lot of fun today. Won't be a regular stream tomorrow because we're doing D&D over on Actual Jake's channel. My tire is fixed thanks to all you wonderful people. So I am able to make it to Saginaw tomorrow to do D&D. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out on twitch.com or twitch.tv/actualjake. Around 6:30. That's when we'll start. Okay, who we raiding? Who to raid? Who? What's Squid doing?
I'm going to worry about
it's like Squid is
right
knitting.
Away. We haven't had a chance to do a Magic Monday in a while. Next week for sure.
Alright, have a wonderful evening, everyone. I will see you either tomorrow if you watch D&D, or if not, then I'll see you Friday. Alright? See you guys later. Have a wonderful evening.
Like, we still
Adios.
have an unopened booster box. It's like, what?